all signs and welcome to Esotera Tarot. Today I'm doing the all signs for aces reading. I will go through what each of the aces mean in turn in just a moment, but first I just want to do a little intro, a little hello to the collective. How are we all doing? I love doing these four aces readings, and for those of you who haven't been here before, then welcome, and to those of you who are here regularly, then welcome back. Our four aces meeting is, well, meeting video. Yes, it is a meeting. It feels like a meeting to me because we're all here, same video, same time, every week. And it's just a really nice way just to feel all of your energies here together and just give you a nice little check-in reading for the midweek on a Wednesday. So wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever it is you're going through, I'm sure there's going to be something here for you. The Four Aces is designed to cover all aspects of life, not just love, although love is certainly included. Also same with career or friends, family, you name it, whatever's going on, I'm sure there's something for you here. We always start off with the Ace of Swords in the Four Aces. This is your mental focus. It's what you're thinking about, it's what's on your mind. I always clarify the swords first because then we can identify whether or not it's the right reading for you pretty quickly. Then I move into the Ace of Cups. That's your heart's desire. It's what you're attracted to, what's attracted to you, but it also covers themes like heartache and healing as well. So we might see themes around that. Now bear in mind, you may be thinking something different to how you're feeling. So that will be reflected in the cards. But more often than not, or they're intertwined. So we'll probably get a little flavour of each through each of the signs as we go along. We then move into the Ace of Wands. That's your passion, your drive, your fire. It's where you want to move your physical energy. Okay. So it will be either something you're trying to overcome or something you're trying to achieve. You might have a goal in mind or a person you want to move towards, or there might be a person moving towards you. We read the Aces energy both ways, guys, so take it as it resonates. And then finally, and last but certainly not least, we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles represents reality, things you can touch, hear, smell, taste, feel. It's your 3D environment, so it will be the outcome of whatever it is that's going on over here. But the Pentacles are also associated with work, money, finance, so we might see themes around investments and things like that, maybe promotions for some of you, maybe struggles at work for some of you. I have no idea until the cards are out on the table, but we see what we get. And then what I do once we get like a little groundwork here about what's going on, I will then pull a challenge for each that you may need to overcome to get you to where you need to be. And then as usual, we will finish off with some advice from the universe. And if that's good with you guys, I'm keeping the intro really super short today because I think one of the check-ins last time it ran for like 3 hours because I kept rambling. So I'm just keeping it short and sweet, no major updates. I think I provided them all at the last Sunday check-in. Yeah, we're just going to keep growing, keep thriving, guys, and just keep it rolling. So excited to have you all here, and I just want to take the opportunity to give a special thanks to everyone here for all your love and support. It is felt, it is wanted and appreciated, guys. Absolutely love you all for every like, every comment, every time you share the channel, all the new subscribers here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I will continue to keep delivering these messages to you every single week. I think we're now dropping 14 messages, well, videos per week now, which is insane. I absolutely love doing it though, so I'm just going to keep pumping them out. And then next week we have our Halloween special, which is on top of all the regular readings. So don't worry, guys, you're all still going to get your regular readings. I think next week is going to be you and them. This week we've been doing no contact, but then next week on top of the regular uploads, we'll also be doing just a short video for each side for Ghosted. Okay, the Ghosted files, for those of you who have maybe been in a connection with someone and they've vanished and you don't know what's going on, if they're coming back. It could have been happened to you last week, it could have happened to you last year. If you're curious about what happened to that person, then hit subscribe, get your notifications on. I will be dropping those throughout next week for each sign on the run up to Halloween. And with that, collective, I'm ready to go if you are, so I will see you over at your timestamp. Okay, Aries, as usual, you guys are up first. It's that time again, Aries. Welcome to your 4 Aces reading. Just a quick overview of the Aces in case you skipped over the intro. The Ace of Swords is your mental focus. We look into what you're thinking about. I do that first so we can clarify whether or not this is your reading. We'll then move into the Ace of Cups. So that's your heart's desire. It's what you're drawn towards, also what is drawn towards you. We also see themes of healing in here as well. We'll move over to the Ace of Wands. That is your passion and your fire and your energy. It's where you want to move a direction to either overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And then we're moving to the Ace of Pentacles. They're your real world tangible results, but they're also associated with money. So we might see things around work, finance, investments, inheritance, things like that. So I'm just going to jump straight in and start clarifying which one is each coming in for you, Aries. We're just going to jump straight to it. And remember, as usual, guys, I set the intention for these readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So if this reading doesn't resonate with you, Aries, pop over to the timestamp below. Check one of your other placements. Woo! I'm sure you'll find yourselves in there somewhere. Okay, can you show me Aries, please? Can you show me Aries? Aries, please. Can you show me Aries? Making sure we're all switched on, ready to go, Aries. We're ready to go. And please don't mind my my Starbucks. I'm not associated with them. I just really like this drink. I got it free as part of a meal deal. Okay. Okay, the Ace of Swords, please, for Aries, please. The Ace of Swords. Oh, okay. Who are you blocking out? 7 of Wands. Emperor. Okay. And the Ace of Cups. It seems like a very steady, grounded, an emotionally intelligent person is trying to connect with you, Aries, but you're like, no, thank you. I don't have time for that. Okay. I mean, it could be you blocking out your own emotional growth, but I'm kind of getting this as being a very distinct energy attached to you here, and you're like, no, not for me. But they seem very genuine, very sure of themselves, very confident, all in the positive, because the Emperor isn't reversed, he's the right way up. He's standing his ground in a good way. The Ace of Cups here is maybe he's coming with a cup for you, to offer it to you, like, I love you, Aries, and you're like, no. Doesn't have to be a person. It could be an opportunity that may put you into your Emperor energy and you're like, no, I'm not ready for that. I can't take on that responsibility right now. But the Ace of Cups is there. So it doesn't make any sense if that's you. So it would mean your heart is in it and you wouldn't be blocking it out like this. Or maybe your heart is in it and you've got things going on around you that means you can't take it on. I'm going to clarify the Ace of Cups. So I think that's going to give us our answer, Aries. Okay, can we please clarify? My hair really wants to get involved today, Aries. Sorry. Can we please clarify the Ace of Cups for Aries, please? Yeah, 9 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. The 8 of Swords and the High Priestess. So you're sitting there solo, Aries, feeling very fine about yourself, which is good. I like that. Very powerful energy. Pre-Empress or Emperor. I like it. So it could be you feeling not ready for whoever this is. But you're blocked off from your intuition. That's what concerns me. I don't know why you're not letting in this energy because I'd see clearly why, and the cards are telling me that you're blocked off from your intuition. Like, maybe you don't know they're there. Maybe this is someone that you know because you're consciously blocking them. So it's not that you know that they're there. You know this person. But for some reason you're out of touch with your intuition and your heart. I think you might be having thoughts going around that might be, you might be confusing intuition for fear for intuition. That happens a lot. That hand is also associated with the 8 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. Which you're actually like, I'm fine by myself. I don't need you. Maybe someone's coming in to try and help and you're like, I don't need your help. Okay. Right, for the Ace of Wands, what is it you're doing there? King of Cups. Oh. 2 of Wands. Oh. 5 of Wands. You're involved with another energy here. This is another person. We have 3 energies, including you, on the table, Aries. That's why you can't deal with this person now, because you're dealing with a kind of conflict with somebody else. Like a conflicting energy. Not massive, because the 5 of Wands is down in the subconscious line there. But you're kind of open to another person, despite there being conflict there that may have happened in the past. Or it could be recent, but maybe not very important. It's just a bit shaky. So I think it's almost like the energy of, I want to wait and see what happens with the King of Cups before I entertain the Emperor. I mean, the King of Cups is a good option, Aries. I'm not going to lie. However, it's no Emperor. The Emperor is all 4 kings. Whereas the King of Cups is just King of Cups. I mean, no shade on the man. He's fabulous. But, it's up to you. I'm not here to tell you what to do here, Aries. Just telling you the possibilities of the situation. Okay. Right, let's go into the Ace of Pentacles for you guys. Can we see the Ace of Pentacles for Aries, please? The Ace of Pentacles for Aries, please. The Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Wands. We've got the Three of Pentacles. And we've got the Ten of Swords. Oh, okay. Well, you end it with one and you take on another. I'm not saying which one it is. I don't know. But you kind of... I think it might be the Emperor that you take on, you know, because it's showing me that you take on another energy, but you take it on in a sense of I'm curious about them. Whereas I think there's quite a lot of history with the King of Cups. I'm sensing history. I mean, you could be like, oh, I'm just wondering to see if we can work on this and we can get over this. That's also perfectly possible over an ending. So I think we're going to have a 50-50 split here in the collective. I think I've got half of you going back to this King of Cups, and I think I've got half of you eventually opening up to this Emperor energy that's just right next to you, trying to offer you a cup. Oh, do you know what? Good to be you, Aries. You got choices. Okay, I'm going to pull some energies that may be challenging you in each area now. If you bear with me, Aries. Okay, can we get challenges for Aries, please? And after that, we'll finish off with some advice from the universe, guys, okay? Oh, hang on, Aries. Bear with me. I gotta have my little light on. I love it. Especially I'm doing a later reading. I'm slightly later than usual. So let's get some ambiance, okay? Right, can I get some challenges for Aries, please? Some challenges, please. Oop. Challenges for Aries, please. Challenges for Aries. Yes, you've got the Empress in reverse. You're not attached to your intuition here at all. Your intuition is trying to tell you something. It's like knocking on the door, saying, Aries, are you home? You're telling your intuition there's no one in, but your intuition can see the lights on. So she's not going anywhere, okay? And she's going to persist. Be careful, some of you aren't mistaking fear for intuition, okay? That often happens. Like, oh, you know, my intuition's telling you to stay away from you, but it could just be a bit of fear. It's very, very common. Right, can I get the Ace of Cups, please? Ace of Cups. Yeah, there's walking away, but it's on its side. The Eight of Cups on its side. You don't know which direction to go in because the Eight of Cups with it on its side, it's like a very much a you coming or going energy. You've got to kind of make your mind up. I think you're staying still at the moment, Aries, because you just want to see how the dust settles and basically see who comes out on top, you know, if you know what I mean. But I think you're gonna have to make a move soon at some point. Okay, can I get the Ace of Wands, please? Can I get the Ace of Wands? Queen of Wands in reverse. The thing is, the more that you attach to this energy, the King of Cups, you can see you being a bit drained. That may also be disconnecting you from your intuition there, because you're focused on this conflict or something, focusing on how you want to move on from that. You want to connect with whoever this King of Cups is. But that Queen of Wands energy is about your confidence, your leadership, your empowerment is in reverse over this. It's like you feel less empowered the more you try and solve whatever's going on here. And also probably a bit less attracted to them, because it's about attraction. So that might be going on as well for you. And the challenge for the Ace of Pentacles. One more shuffle, please. Yeah. Page of Cups, this new offering. The page is about new. And I think this Emperor is a new person. If you haven't met them yet, they're coming in very soon for you, Aries. And you're going to have to make a choice. So this is about working together. You've got two pages here. Both of them are about new things. This is you being a bit open, and this is a new offering coming in. But you are apprehensive about it. That's why it's showing up as a challenge. Okay, right. Can I please get some universal advice for Aries, please? Universal advice for Aries. Universal advice for Aries, please. Universal advice. One more shuffle, please, Spirit. The Guardian, that's death. The Sun of Life, that's the Sun. And the Eight of Arrows in reverse. So you've got the Eight of Arrows, that's the Eight of Swords in the upright in your energy here, under the Ace of Cups, which is about you being blocked off from your intuition, right? However, you do have the Devil in the advice, and the Devil is the advice. It's actually a really great card for advice. It basically means because things are hard now, doesn't mean they're always going to be. The Devil's actually the probably hardest thing to face, aka identifying that there's a challenge in your energy or around you is the hardest part. So the devil here stood at the front, right? And behind him is like a tunnel. It's all dark, full of terrors, huh? But he's actually the scariest thing. It's actually getting past the guardian onto the new path. And then behind him is like your deep, dark thoughts, your intuitions, your subconscious shadow work, all of that. But it's such a beautiful journey. But it's actually it's the getting to it that is the hardest part. But I think you're on your way, Aries. Because on the other side, it's just lights up as soon as you pass that devil energy into the sun. That tunnel doesn't stay dark for a long time. Not for you, Aries. No, 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 no. It's about being brave enough to take that plunge in the first place. And as soon as you do, lo and behold, the Eight of Swords in reverse. Struggle in the upright. We don't want that, Aries doing. No, no, we don't want that. No, we want to reverse that. Those start coming down. And when that comes down, those swords come down. You start getting in touch with your heart and your intuition. Things start going very, very right for you. Very, very right indeed, Aries. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up, helps the algorithm, and get some more Aries in the collective. And if you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check out the description box below. And with that, Aries, I'm going to love you and leave you, and until the next one, take care. Okay, up next we have Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Hang on, bear with me while I clear away Aries cards. Now, I'm being careful because I always seem to pack away the aces, and we don't want that, do we? No. So I'm trying to do it in a bit more of a conscious fashion. So bear with me. I will likely timestamp all this out, so don't worry about it. And I will be with you in 3, 2, 1. Hi, Taurus. Welcome to Esotera Tarot. My name is Lydia, and today I'm doing your 4 Aces reading. Before I do, I'll just briefly explain what the 4 Aces are for any of you who missed the intro. We go into the Ace of Swords, which is your thought and clarity. It's what you're thinking about. I do these first so it clarifies quite early on whether or not it's your reading. And then move into the Ace of Cups. That's your heart's desire. It's what you're attracted to and what is attracted to you, but we'll also see themes around healing and heartbreak and things like that coming up under the Ace of Cups. And then we have the Ace of Wands. That is your clarity, movement, energy, willpower. So it's where you want to exert energy towards overcoming an obstacle or achieving an outcome. And then we move into the Ace of Pentacles. They're your real world tangible results. But the Ace of Pentacles is also associated with money. So we might see themes around it like work, inheritance, investments, things like that come out under the Ace of Pentacles. And with that, Taurus, I'm just going to jump straight in. Also, don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up, a little like, and a subscribe if this reading resonates with you. Okay. Oh, and I set the intention for all placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if the reading isn't resonating, check the timestamp below. I'm sure you'll find yourself in there somewhere, Taurus. Okay, right. Can I see the Ace of Swords for Taurus, please? The Ace of Swords for Taurus, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords for Taurus, please. The Ace of Swords. The 4 of Swords, nice. 7 of Swords, 5 of Swords, not so nice. 2 of Pentacles. Well, it seems you came out on top of that, Taurus, so I'm not worried about you. You had a little bit of a dibble-dabble with another energy. That didn't go so well. There was some conflict in the connection, but you're just vibing now. You're just like, I'm aligned. If this energy doesn't want to align with me, fine, it can go. If it does want to align with me, then I can jive and I'll stay. That's kind of what you're giving me. That's very straightforward, Taurus. Thank you. I like it. Do you know what? I think as the collective grows, the messages are coming through much, much clearer. So, yeah, well done, Taurus. Okay, well, I'm going to move into the Ace of Cups. Sorry, that was short and sweet. I'm going to see what's going on with the Ace of Cups. That's probably going to get more complicated. It always seems to be. The 8 of Pentacles, the King of Cups, nice, and the Queen of Swords, nice. Okay, it seems like the energy does want to start working with you. A conversation is had. I think it might be on your side. You seem to be taking initiative on this one. I'm not affiliated with Starbucks, by the way, Taurus. I just like this drink. Okay, so you want to talk about the relationship. This is a deep connection, at least this King of Cups energy, which indicates to me you've either been in this connection for a long time, or it's just someone very meaningful to you. You might not have known them that long, but they're just very, very meaningful to you. And it's about working on it. You both want to work on it, or at least you do. But I'm kind of getting both of you here, because the Queen of Swords, King of Cups indicates two distinct energies. It doesn't have to be male or female. You can switch those around. It could be male, male, female, female, and anyone. Just energies we're reading in the room here, okay? Not genders, everyone. So it is you and another energy, definitely two distinct people, okay? It's about working together. One of you is taking more of a practical approach, the other one wants to take more of an emotional approach, but it seems very, very complementary, despite there being a little bit of resistance there in the beginning, or at least something that you're thinking over about resistance that you're feeling from them, or you might be feeling resistance about the situation, something like that. Right, these came out bang on top. You know the rules of my channel. When that happens, I treat them like one card. Here we've got the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords. This Nine of Swords. Yes, it is a Nine of Swords, sorry. I always seem to call it the Eight of Swords. Or the Nine of Wands, I don't know. Yeah, well, the Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords. You're in your head about something. You want to take an action, but you're in your head about it. Can we get a few more cards on that, please, Spirit? Just to clarify what that's about. Okay, Death. Oh, right, we're seeing that. Five of Wands. What happened, guys? It was all going so well. So in your heart space, you're like, you both have a lot of affection for each other, and I think in an ideal world, you'd love this to work out. You would. When it comes to practical reality, on the other hand, it's not working. It's not working. Whatever's going on with you in this energy, it's putting you in a place of doubt, Taurus, about your own sense of self-worth. Even for some of you, how attractive you are. It's almost like, I don't know, some of you might be clinging on to this energy because for some reason, someone along the line has told you this is as good as it's going to get. Well, that's a lie. That's not at all. This isn't great at all. You've got Five of Swords and Five of Wands. You can get a lot better than that, Taurus, believe me. But it's like, oh, well, I'm keeping this going because if it ends, there's no one else out there for me. I'm not attractive enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not cool enough. Blah, 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 blah. Or some of you will be like, why do I keep attracting this type of person? And you don't go out there again because you're just going to attract it again. So better the devil, you know. Well, no, Taurus, because you can always get better. Sure, you can always get worse, but you can always get better. That is a constant possibility, regardless of the situation that you're in. So don't lasso yourself to another energy that's dragging you down like this, because you feel that you've got nothing else out there for you. That you have no evidence of that, other than what someone may have possibly told you once. Could have been this energy, could have been someone from way in the past. This could be childhood stuff, for all I know, if you're thinking that way about yourself. No, Taurus, absolutely not. You're worth much better than this. And this person in their heart wants to cooperate with you, but I don't know what it is when it comes to actually putting that into action. It's just conflict. And inevitably, when the conflict gets too much, things start breaking apart. But over the ending, you're just so worried about the ending because you think once this ends, you end in some way. And that's not the case, Taurus. That's not the case. Okay, if I could shuffle the cards, can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please, for Taurus? The Ace of Pentacles for Taurus, please. The Ace of Pentacles. One more shuffle, please. The Hierophant. About your day-to-day routines, values, belief system, structures. Could be marriage for some of you. Yeah, the Moon. Wow, lots of major arcana coming out for this. King of Pentacles. Good. Two things steady out. That's good. There's still a lot unknown. The universe is showing me the Moon here. The Moon hides things. And there's some unknown elements about this connection. The Hierophant is about people coming together. It means contracts, promises, things that stand the test of time. And it's been a while because the King of Pentacles is here. Both of these are figures of time, okay? But there's something unknown, I believe, about this other energy, and that will be the key to understanding why this is not working out in the 3D for you. I think you're blaming yourself. No, it's not you. There's something going on with them that you do not know about. Something to do with their routines. It's been going on for a while. Okay, their day-to-day or their belief structures, or there's something about the agreement you two have made together, where, let's put it this way, this person's put in some fine print somewhere and you have missed it. Okay, then it will all come out in the wash, Taurus. It always does. I'm going to pull some challenges in each area, see what you have to overcome. Not there's not enough already, Taurus, but just in case there's anything else out there for you guys, let's make sure we spot it ahead of time, then we can prepare, right? Okay, can I get the Ace of Swords, please? Any challenges for the Ace of Swords? Any challenges for Taurus, Ace of Swords, please? Ten of Pentacles. This is definitely someone in your home environment. This is going to be a marriage or a long-term partnership or a parent or a child or something like that. Or friend that's been your bestie since forever. Something's shaken there, but you want to bring the House of Pentacles back together again as it was. Steady, grounded, sense of longevity, loyalty. That's the Ten of Pentacles. It's the house of the King of Pentacles. It's where he lives, okay? There's something about that you have to overcome. So some of you might be maybe going against some traditional beliefs. Maybe you're identifying things need to change within the family dynamic or group dynamic or community or whatever it is we're dealing with here. You are definitely one-on-one with another energy, but whatever it is you're doing affects all the other people around you. And you want to make the right choice by them as well as yourself and the other energy involved. We have the Six of Wands reversed. Someone's hiding something. Or they want to hide something. They don't want to shine their light. Someone's being made to feel very meek in this situation. If it's not that, someone's actually hiding something. The Six of Wands essentially is about being seen. In reverse, it's the opposite, which is hiding away. So it might be you dimming your light to fit in with whatever this person wants to do. So it's like, well, if I don't do this, then it might work out. Or if I change this about myself, then it might work out. It's related to that Queen of Wands there. Something about your self-esteem and confidence there, Taurus. That you think, oh, if I'm different, then the connection will be different. No. No, my loves. Don't think that way. You're great as you are. You're happy. You're healing. You're healthy. Okay? You have a lot to bring to somebody's life. Just as you are. So I thought the card had disappeared. So if this and other energy making you feel this way, I'm not surprised that you've got so much conflict. Okay, the Ace of Wands, please, for Taurus. Yeah, you've got the Page of Pentacles on this side. He doesn't know whether to look or not. That's what the Page of Pentacles is about, looking and studying something. Part of you don't want to look within to see basically the beauty of what's there, because then that would admit that you accepted less than you deserve. This is a very painful realization to come to. It's hard, it's not easy, but it is half the battle. The other half of you may not want to look at what this other person is doing. You're maybe sweeping some things under the rug a little bit there. That's something you're going to have to overcome. Won't be surprised because this person's just thrown up the moon in your outcome. I don't think that's you. You are being very clear. You're very clear, but there's moon in that person's energy. And a challenge for the Ace of Pentacles, death on its side. There is an ending coming in, guys. I'm so sorry. There is an ending coming in, but by the looks of it, with the Ten of Pentacles being the challenge for the opening of this, it's going to be for the greater good. I think that you attach to an energy here that's quite draining for you. It's not great on your self-esteem, sense of self-worth. I don't know who this is. I don't think they're going to be easy to separate from. They look very integrated into your life, whoever this is. So if the relationship doesn't end, then significant change is needed. Okay, universe, can we get some advice for Taurus, please? Can we get some advice for Taurus? Can we get some advice for Taurus, please? Advice for our lovely Taurians. They're in a bit of a pickle, guys. Can we help them out a bit? Some nice advice. Okay. We've got the Four of Vessels in reverse. Are we reversed? No, we're not. We've got the the Four of Lovers in reverse, which is the Lovers, and the Page of Vessels in the upright. Some of you may have new love coming in after this, but given the complexity of all this, I think it might be further down the road. At the very least, you come back to your sense of self. You start loving yourself there, Taurus, and you're like, yes, I am about it. once this connection ends. It's Forest Lovers in reverse and the Four of Vessels in reverse. Now upright, the Four of Vessels is boredom or ignoring something. There's been some ignoring going on of an element of this connection, okay, and how it's impacting you and everybody else. Well, that stops being ignored, or at least that's the advice to the universe. Stop ignoring it. There is something in this connection that is not right. It needs to either be fixed or it needs to finish. But when you do, you choose either one of those options, Taurus, and then you get back in touch with your heart. But it's a very small energy. The page is just a Page of Cups, the smallest expression of love. But you know what? The Page of Cups, if he is nurtured, he eventually becomes the king. Okay? All right? This is new possibilities right here for you, Taurus. On the horizon, wait for you once you get over this difficulty. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And if the reading resonated, give us a little thumbs up. Gets it further out to the algorithm and we get some more Tauruses in the collective. And if you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box below for my links. And with that, Taurus, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care. Okay, up next we have Gemini. Hello, my lovely Geminis, my gems. My precious gems. How are we doing today? Welcome to Esotera Tarot. I am just packing away Taurus's card. Bear with me. I will be with you shortly. Hang on a minute. Getting good at this. I'm getting good. It's all in the rocking motion. That's the trick to a quick card cleanup. Right, hi Taurus. Welcome to your Four Aces reading. Today I'm going to do the reading of the Four Aces for all placements of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Did I just say Taurus? I was just talking to you about Taurus. I might have just said Taurus. I apologise if I did. But yes, Gemini, we are back in the room with you guys. Don't worry about it. My precious, precious gems. Okay, we're going to start with the Ace of Swords. That is your energy, your mental focus. I do those first, so we can clarify quite quickly whether or not this is your reading. We then move into the Ace of Cups. They're your feelings. It's you and your feels, Gemini. They're people who you are attracted to, people who are being attracted to you, but we will also see themes of heartache, healing, and things like that under the Ace of Cups. Then we move into the Ace of Wands. That is your will, your power, your drive. It's where you want to move physical energy towards overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And then we move into the Ace of Pentacles. That's your real world, tangible results. But the Ace of Pentacles is also associated with money, so we might see themes around work, investments, inheritance, things like that come out as well. So if you're ready to rock and roll, Gemini, so am I. I'm going to start with the Ace of Swords for you and see what's going on, what you're thinking about, where you are at. Okay, Gemini, can you show me Gemini, please? Can you show me Gemini? Gemini's Four Aces reading, starting with the Ace of Swords for Gemini, please. The Ace of Swords for Gemini. Ace of Swords for Gemini. Whoa, whoa. No, that's way too many, Spirit. I have a feeling Spirit's got a lot to say about you, Gemini, today. Good. Okay, Ace of Swords for Gemini, please. Can you show me Gemini, please, Spirit? Can you show me Gemini? Can you show me Gemini, please? Can you show me Gemini? King of Wands. No, Knight of Wands, sorry. The Ten of Swords. Oh, Three of Swords. Oh, babes. Okay, you've had a heartache. It was quite recently, not too long ago. It's still on your mind. It's racing around your mind. Lots and lots of energies associated to it. Namely anger or frustration at this point. And I'm not judging you for that, Gemini. I mean, it's one of the stages of grief, okay? Definitely in a grief mindset. You're looking back on it with why did this happen? Why me? When will it be my turn? Heartbroken again, that sort of thing. That's the stage you're at. That's part of healing. You know, you let it out, Gemini, in a way that you need to. It's like you want to do something about your heartache. Now, I don't know if that means you want to go rushing back to the person, or it just means you want to do something for your healing. You don't feel like you're doing enough for your healing or something like that, or you want it to be over and done with. That sort of thing. There's a frustration with the healing process over and ending here that I'm sensing from you, Gemini. Let's go into the Ace of Cups and see what it was about. You can tell me, my loves. I'm listening. I'm here for you. Okay, the Ace of Cups, please, for Gemini. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, Two of Wands, Page of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. Deception, deceit. You're energetically still looking at this person though, while also at the same time, it's like you're looking back over the possibilities of the issue. you're almost like, how did I not see that? How did I not see that deception? How did I not see what they were up to? What did I miss? You're going over and over it. Over and over it. Sorry, I don't know why I'm sitting like that. I mean, you're on Page of Swords energy, so I'm not too worried about it, but you haven't reached clarity over it yet. You're almost at like information gathering of that process. So you could be literally going through old messages that you found of a cheating ex or something, or like dates in the calendar where they said they were one place but they're actually somewhere else. You're trying to piece it all together. Although for some of you, you might just be going over your behaviour or how you presented or something you did, and I don't know. It's like that. It doesn't have to be exactly that. It doesn't even have to be a love situation. This could be applied to work. Maybe you got unfairly fired or something, and you're like, but I did this and I did that and I did everything right, so why hasn't it worked out? That's almost the energy that we've got here at the moment. Okay, going in for the Ace of Wands. Oh, pop it. Look, you're still very sad about this. Of course you are. Queen of Cups. All up in your feels. Oh, Four of Swords, thank goodness. Okay, so eventually you come to the conclusion. At the moment, I'm only getting your energy here, Gemini. I'm not getting anyone else for the time being. But you calm down that thinking, finally. You kind of come to a place of acceptance. And you kind of go like, right, okay, I need to just leave this alone. Or maybe you get your answer and you drop it, or you just drop it. And you start focusing on your own healing and you feel so much better. The energy just lightens up. It is like, I'm getting an image of, it's not a nice image. Do you know those old-fashioned barber shops from back in the day? Where barber surgeons, like letting a wound. Is that, that's what I'm getting images of, bloodletting. I don't think you're literally doing that, please don't. But it's the energetic equivalent of that. So probably tears. Tears would have been a better image, Spirit. I don't know why you sent me bloodletting, but I think it just feels a bit deeper than that. It's like coming from somewhere really deep down, and it's like you just go erupt. But it's such a relief when you do it. It's like you just let it all go. You let it all go. You let go of the person. You let go of any self-blame. You let go of really caring about it all that much. And it's just like you go, oh. But when that all clears out, you're just kind of left with the sadness of it. Just like that was a damn shame. That sort of thing. And you really focus on not really moving much at all. You're not interested in finding someone else. You're not interested really much apart from just connecting back with your heart, realising how much you had to give, how much that you put into this, and realising the value in that. Not that it was a waste of time, not that you did anything wrong. It just shows you the value of the kinds of love that you can give. That should be something you are incredibly proud of, Gemini. Incredibly proud, yeah? But it does make you sad. But it's part of the process. And look, we've got the Two of Pentacles, which can often mean two energies. And then we've got the Six of Swords moving on to calmer water. Yeah, I believe it, Gemini. I believe it. Oh, the energy's just gone real, like, oh, okay. You were raging a little bit over there, but you calm down, you chill out, that's nice. Okay, can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please? Can we see what's going on here? The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, please. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Oh, in reverse we are. It came out reverse. I'm taking it reverse. The Emperor. Oh dear, okay. The King of Swords. Oh. Well, guess who's coming back around to have a little chat with Gemini? Yeah, it's the moment you kind of let it go. Typical. You let it go, they come around going, we need to talk. And you're like, what is there to talk about? You're like, you're not up for it, really. You don't want to go back to this searching out for answers and that. You've done so much of it. And I think you recognise part of you is like, if I actually let this energy in to have a conversation, I'm going to end up more confused than I was. And it's probably not for the best. And if you do, that's exactly what happens. Others of you will recognise that that's what's going to happen. And you go, nope. You embrace that Emperor energy. Because I'm not sure if that Emperor is yours or theirs. I know that King of Swords is theirs. I mean, and and also you reaching a clarity, but it's also them wanting to have a conversation with you, and you stand your ground with this person. And half of you say, no, I'm not interested in even talking to you. The other half of you entertain what they have to say. I'd say it's probably the majority of you will. But it leaves you feeling more confused than you were back here. And I think that might be them trying to paint over the cracks and say, do you know what? Yeah, that time that that time you found out I was with someone else, actually I was over here. Like, it doesn't make any sense what they're saying, because the Ace of Swords is reversed. The Ace of Swords upright is common sense and understanding. Reversed is like, what are you talking about? So I can't see that being a very productive conversation. Okay, can I please get the challenges, please? I'm just going to pull a challenge in every aspect here, for under every ace. See what you might have to overcome to get it to where you need to be, Gemini, okay? Can I get a challenge for the Ace of Swords, please, for Gemini? Challenge for the Ace of Swords for Gemini, please. Oh, that's good. 5 of Wands in reverse. So you're at least showing me, like, at least I'm not going to argue with this person anymore. Yeah, there's been arguing, there's been fights. In fact, some of you might be so used to having a back and forth with this person that's been quite chaotic. You're not used to the peace and quiet you now have. It's actually quite unsettling for some of you. So you'll have to overcome that need to like bite back, because you've just been doing it so long. I'm not blaming you here, Gemini. We all form these habits and patterns with other energies. We're pattern forming creatures. It's natural. And you've been stuck in this pattern with this energy for so long. When it stops, you're almost like, I don't know what to do with myself. Okay, can I get the Ace of Cups there, please? Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups. Oh, yeah, 6 of Cups. You overcome a soul connection, yeah. I mean, it is a soul connection, but not all soul connections are good for us, Gemini. Some of them are here as teachers, do teach us things. They're lessons, not lifetime people. And I think you've got a lesson person on your hands. I do. Yeah, sometimes facing the fact that some things are not forever, even though once they felt like they were going to be forever, is one of the hardest things we can do. It's the hardest part of healing. It's why you're looking over the connection thinking, wow, it felt so strong, it felt so real. Why has it turned out like this? I don't understand. But you come to that understanding eventually, Gemini. You open up your heart again. Don't worry about that, love. The Queen of Cups is here for you, you know. She opens up that heart right up for you. Okay, can I get the Ace of Wands, please? The challenging Ace of Wands. Oh, 3 of Cups on its side. Other energies are trying to get through to you, but you can't feel or see them at the moment because you're so sad. That's to be expected. No blame. You'll open up to that eventually. The Queen of Cups is there. I'm not worried about that one. But there are people around you that want to help you, that want to support you through this. Please lean into that. Okay? Friends, family, a partner if it's a friend you're falling out with. Someone around you, or some people around you, really want to offer that help and support and just kind of like just support you through this. So yeah, use those people, those beautiful energies where you can. They're going to help, okay? If you don't feel them now, they're coming in. Then we've got the Ace of Pentacles challenge, please. Ace of Pentacles. That's the 6 of Wands on its side. Something about making a show of this. Letting it be known. Some of you may feel, I mean, if you had been betrayed, some of you may be less than enthusiastic to share this news with other people. That might be why you're not letting other people close to you right now. We don't want to let them know, like, yeah, they were cheating on me for 5 years, or, oh, yeah, actually, they weren't who they said they were, totally lying to me, or whatever it is. But I think you need to tell people, because not only is that going to be helpful for you, Gemini, you have no idea what other people are going through. They could have gone through worse, or something exactly the same, and it's a nice sharing opportunity for you. So there's something in about confiding in others. You're going to find a bit of challenge over this, but I'm sure you're going to overcome it. When it comes to this other energy, be careful. There might be being a bit of a shower, you know, a bit of paying you a bit of lip service, just to get you back on side. Because that's a bit of a shaky 6 of Wands. So if they're coming in with the 6 of Wands energy, it's all show, you know, all bark and no bite, that sort of thing. Okay, let's get some universal advice for Gemini, please. Let's get some, okay, universal advice for Gemini. Universal advice for Gemini, please. Universal advice for Gemini. Well, this one was first. So, yeah, 9 of Bows, healing, 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 healing. 6 of Arrows, that's a transition. That's moving from one phase into another phase. It looks quite smooth for you, actually, Gemini. And it's kind of part of the journey that you're on. This will open up a brand new journey for you once you're kind of getting through that healing. And it's actually your healing that's going to carry you through. As painful as it is the road that you're supposed to be on right now. It is temporary, though, my darlings. It's not forever. And look, Four of Stones protection. Many of you are divinely protected at this time. This is traditionally the miser card of hanging on, but in the wildwood deck, no. Look, it's a little deer being protected by stones, protected by nature, protected by whatever resources it has around them. That's the same for you, my dears. I see here the Three of Cups. There are people. If not people, you have spiritual protection for you over this time of healing. So just go into your little cocoon, be comfy, cozy, do all that lovely healing stuff. This other energy is coming back round, and you're going to have a chance to say what it is that you need to say to them to get your closure on the situation. Okay, so this is your time to think about that. Okay, Gemini, I'm going to leave the reading here for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please leave a comment below and give the video a little thumbs up. Gets us further out to the algorithm and we get some more Geminis in the collective. And of course, if you are interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box below for my links. And with that, Gemini, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care. Hi Cancer, and welcome to Esotera Tarot. For those of you who watched through from Gemini, you may have noticed me do a little time warp just to freshen up the energies here, but we are back in the room. Today I'm doing your 4 Aces reading. Just to go over it briefly, for those of you who skipped over the intro. The 4 Aces is the 4 aspects of life. We start with the Ace of Swords. That's your focus, it's what you're thinking about. I do those first because then we can clarify quite quickly if this is your reading. And then moving to the Ace of Cups, that's your heart's desire. It's what you want to move towards and what wants to move towards you. But we also see themes of heartbreak, healing and everything under the Ace of Cups. We then move into the Ace of Wands. That is your drive, your willpower and your passion. It's what you want to drive physical energy towards, either overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And then we move into the Ace of Pentacles. They're your real world tangible results. But the Ace of Pentacles is also associated with themes around money, work, finances, inheritance. So we might see something like that come up under the Ace of Pentacles. And if you're ready, Cancer, my cool crabs, we're just going to dive straight in and start clarifying your Ace of Swords. Can you please show me the Ace of Swords for Cancer, please? Spirit, we're tapping into the Cancer collective now. Can you please show me the Ace of Swords for Cancer, please? The Ace of Swords for Cancer. The Ace of Swords for Cancer, please. The Ace of Swords for Cancer. Thank you, Spirit. Off we go. Okay, a couple of shuffles, please, for Cancer. A few shuffles. I couldn't even say that then. Shuffles. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. We've got the Sun and the 3 of Swords. Oh, ouch. Okay. So we've got some healing going on over connection or something that didn't go right that you were disappointed over. However, you've reached some clarity over it. You're feeling a lot better about it back in hindsight. You're kind of looking over what happened, what worked, what didn't. And looking at your pentacles to see what can you retrieve from the situation. Now, it could be retrieving something physical. I don't know, maybe you lost your job and you physically want to go back to your old desk and retrieve some old pencils. Or it could be what have you learned from the situation and how are you going to use that knowledge to plant new seeds for the future. Okay. Nice, Cancer. I like it. All right, can we look at the Ace of Cups for Cancer, please? The Ace of Cups. Okay, that one. The 3 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, sorry, 9 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. Someone this way comes, Cancer, but you don't see them yet. It's only when you achieve full happiness within oneself that someone else comes in and goes, hey, Cancer, can I have a slice? And it's all good. They seem very positive, very productive, wanting to work with you, not against you. The reason I say you don't see this person, Cancer, is because we have the 2 of Swords at the bottom there. That could often mean that you don't see something coming or you're disconnected from something. You're disconnected to your heart at the moment, which I'm not surprised. Your heart's been in a bit of pain and you've been taking a bit of a practical approach to healing that pain, and it's always going to start paying off soon, because once you release that disconnection from your heart, you embrace your heart's desire and wish, and also the belief, a genuine belief that you can achieve what it is that you want. In slides a nice energy to help you achieve whatever it is you're trying to achieve. So if it's partnerships, they're coming in to offer you a nice partnership. If it's a new job, they're coming to help you give you a new job or help you find a new job or something like that. Whatever it is you've got your sights on and we're healing on over there, there is something or someone, an external energy to you coming in to help out. Nice. Okay, can I get the Ace of Pentacles? I mean, it's up right under the Ace of Cups, so I see you being quite welcoming to this energy, whoever it is. And we've got the 9 of Cups there too. So you're pretty chuffed about it. Chuffed meaning happy, for those of you who are not UK based. Okay. Can I get the Ace of Wands there, please? The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands for Cancer. The World. Oh, we've got to cover up our girl here. Yes, we got our first nude. There we go. Usually they someone's tatter usually pops out before now, Cancer. We'll read it all the way to you before we have to cover up. Okay, we've got the World. We've got Justice. Yeah, I thought so. And then we've got the King of Cups. Whoa, 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 Cancer. I believe this is the other energy moving into you. It could be you. King of Cups is your energy. That is you there. But it's something about you either receiving something that is just, that rebalances the scales, or this person is a representative of the King of Cups, external to you, and their appearance on the scene rebalances those cups. There's something around an ending, though. It's the ending of a cycle. So that's kind of like cycle complete. Like whatever went on over here, it burst open a whole bunch of healing and lessons for you. You heal and learn those lessons, and then when you fully connect with the other energy that is the positive of this negative you just experienced, then we call it a day just off our hands, go about our business. Like it's all done. Okay, can I see the Ace of Pentacles, please? The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. The Devil. Okay, we've got our girl and our boy here. They're all getting the tatters out, aren't they? All right, okay, 1 second. We've got the Devil here. Don't panic. Don't panic. Cancer, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Okay, Devil. Show yourself. What's going on here? Okay. Oh. Yeah, but you said it was the end of a cycle, Spirit. What is this? I think it's an old attachment coming back up. Once you connect with someone else or energies help you, someone comes along that's pretty good. As soon as you stop driving with this new energy, the old energy comes back and goes, hi Cancer, do you fancy a second rodeo? I don't know if you're open to that or not. You're not telling me. They're just saying it appears. The Devil wasn't there. I'd say it might be this energy that came in that was new, but no. This is an old energy. This is someone who you've got some history with, Cancer. You've done this tango before with this energy, and they're coming in quite confident of themselves. Yeah, they are. They're like, oh yeah, I'm going to go see Cancer because I know Cancer will take me back. I know Cancer will talk to me. I know Cancer will help me out. And you're showing me this person is trouble to me. This person's not going to give me what I need or what I want. How you act on that, I don't know, but on an energetic level, you're not too pleased to see this person, but they're very pleased to see you. Well, of course they are, Cancer. You are gorgeous. Right, okay, can I get the Ace of Swords, please? What I'm doing now, Cancer, I'm putting up some challenges in each area that you may need to overcome to get to wherever it is you need to be. Okay, can you please show me, Cancer? Oh, we've got the Three of Cups here in the upright already, and put it back because it was just sitting there face up. So again, this is about other energies that are surrounding you that are really good for you at this time. Okay, Three of Wands on its side. Yeah, well, you're not really going to be feeling that, are you? The universe is saying, you know, through this healing, it will actually make you open up your energies wider than they were before you entered whatever this was. You don't feel that now, you don't see it, it hasn't occurred, but that's on its way in. Once those Three of Wands are in the upright fully, there's a Three of Wands is about expansion, travel, expecting something new and exciting, moving on to the next chapter. As soon as you reach that and that goes on the upright, then this other energy comes in. How long that will be, Cancer? I don't know, because I'm not clarifying. Okay, can I get the Ace of Cups, please? Can I get the Ace of Cups challenge? Ace of Cups challenge. We've got the Six of Wands here in the upright. Six of Wands is over there. Was this person you were dealing with in the past a bit showy, or you found them very attractive, or they had a big ego, or something like that? That's almost like what you've got to overcome. And I'm getting it from this other person, because they're the one showing me the Six of Wands there. So they might not just appear once in this cycle for you, Cancer. I think they appear twice, but it's at a time when you're starting to connect with somebody else. And you might be tempted to go back to whatever this is, which is understandable. You've got a shared history with this person. Whereas with someone new, it's like starting all over again. And some of you might be like, oh, I can't be doing with that. I would pause on going back there. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Just showing you the energy in the room and the possibilities. Just because that Devil's present, it's a tread lightly zone with this one. Okay. Right. Can I get the Ace of Wands, please? The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, please. The Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Yeah, you've got healing still. Nine of Wands on its side. Oh, the energy that comes in to help you is very healing, but if the old energy that you were dealing with is still around, that's going to hinder that healing a little bit. because they just keep reopening an old wound. It's not healing over. You're kind of caught between the two worlds. I see you ending it with this other energy because the world is here. Now, I'm not telling you, this is what you're showing me. Or at least you see some kind of justice out of it, which helps your healing. It might be an apology from this person, or it might just be the presence of the new person that you feel like, wow, this is so much better than what I had before, and that's justice served. But there's something that is stalling your healing, and I believe if this other energy keeps coming in while you're connecting with this new person or thing, stalling it a little bit there, just slowing down the process. But you know, I get it, totally normal, Cancer. I'm not judging you, I'm not judging you. Right, for the Ace of Pentacles, we've got the Moon in reverse. Someone's coming home to you, Cancer, with some hard truths. The truth of the matter will be revealed some way or another, either someone telling you directly, or just their behavior, or when you connect with somebody new, they're like suddenly, you know, behaving differently towards you, and that's where their true intention lies. But again, there's still that devil energy there. You'll see something about this connection, this old connection that's not right for you, and I think that will be that. But I don't know that for sure. I don't know what you're going to do after this once this is revealed, because it's like end of the board. King of Cups at the bottom of the deck there, as we're going to get some advice from the universe as well. There's definitely a King of Cups coming your way that you do not yet see. He's in the hidden energy. He's waiting to pounce just when you're ready, but in a nice way, in a gentle way, because it's the King of Cups and it's not the King of Wands. He pounces. The King of Cups serenades. Okay. Right, if you know what I mean, Cancer. Then take that as you will. This is gentlest reading. We're just reading energies here, right? Okay, remember that. All right, okay. Can we get some universal advice for Cancer, please? Some universal advice for Cancer. The Stag. That's the Emperor. Nice. Son of Life. Baller. All these came out together. So I'll take them together. Wow. Queen of Arrows and the Queen of Stones. That's the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, wow, wow. With the Emperor and the Sun. You can't get any better than that, Cancer. This is like the universe just giving you a big old green light. Like, go, 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 go. Something new this way comes for Cancer, and I like it. So you are really coming to your power here with your Emperor energy. You're like, I've learnt my lessons. I've done my time, right? Now you're ready to move on, and you move on you do into a sense of glorious happiness here with the Sun, okay? There's clarity, there's happiness, there's joy again. It's like someone's finally switched the lights on. And then you go into the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Not only do you know yourself, not only do you know your mind, you actually, from a result of that, because the Queen of Pentacles was behind the Queen of Swords, a new kind of abundance comes in that you weren't even expecting, that you can't even see yet, okay? Joy, fun, building, you have time to give to yourself. This other energy coming in, I believe under the King of Cups, actually gives to you as well. You give back. It's that equal give and take, and everything that the joys that good connections give to us, Cancer, coming in for you. But once you get out of this bog of energy you've got with this other person here. Okay, Cancer, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up if it resonated. It pushes it further out into the algorithm, and we get some more Cancerians in the collective. And of course, if you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box below for my Calendly links. And with that, Cancer, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care. Okay, up next we have Leo, my lovely, lovely Leos. Hang on a minute, Leo. I'll be with you in a sec. Just packing away Cancer's cards. I'm trying to do it very carefully this time around, because I tend to rush putting them away, and then when I do that, the cards go all sorts of different which ways. So we're just going to take our time a little bit. I will timestamp this out, so it's unlikely most people will even see this. But in case you are here, hello, thanks for chilling with me and keeping me company while I get over to the Leo reading. Whether you're a Cancer that's watching over, or a Leo who's just decided to come a little bit early because you're super keen, welcome. Okay, we're almost there. Let's just pick up the Devil, if he will come. Hello, Devil, thank you. All right, clear the decks and get ready for Leo. Okay, are we all in the house? We are. Okay. Hi Leo, welcome to your 4 Aces reading. My name is Lydia, and I am pulling 4 Aces for the 4 aspects of life. I will explain what they mean, but before I do, just a reminder that I set the intention for these readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So if this reading isn't resonating with you, Leo, then don't worry about it. Just pop down to the timestamps below, check one of your other placements. I'm sure you'll see yourself in there somewhere. Okay, so the 4 Aces, we start with the Ace of Swords. Sorry, Leo. big hair. It's getting everywhere today. We start with the Ace of Swords. That's your clarity. It's what you're thinking about. I do the Ace of Swords first because then we can see quite early on whether or not this is your reading. We then move into the Ace of Cups. That's your heart's desire. It's what you're moving towards, but also what's moving towards you. And the Ace of Cups, we also see themes of heartbreak and healing here as well. Then we move into the Ace of Wands. That is your power, your will, and your willpower, for any other way to put it. It's where you want to move physical energy towards overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And then we move into the Ace of Pentacles. That's your real world tangible results. But the Eight of Pentacles is also associated with money, work, finances, inheritance. So we might see those themes come out under there as well. And if that's good with you, my lovely Leos, we are just going to jump straight in and start clarifying your Ace of Swords and see what's going on under that lovely mane of yours. Okay, can you show me Leo, please? Can you show me Leo? The Ace of Swords for Leo, please. The Ace of Swords for Leo. Ace of Swords for Leo, please. The Ace of Swords for Leo. The Ace of Swords for Leo, please. The Queen of Cups in reverse. We are reversed. It come down reversed. I'm taking it reversed. We've got the Nine of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Oh. Okay. Right. You're almost saying to me, I know I'm in pain. I know I need to heal, but I don't want to. That's kind of what this is saying. The Queen of Cups reversed. It's almost like the pain of what's going on is kind of threatening here, Leo. Threatening, not that you are, to become a bit of your own identity. You're kind of becoming consumed with the hurt that you've gone through, carrying that around with you, but in a way where it's not being processed, you're not letting it out. I mean, that manifests physically in many different ways. Some people just bury their head in work and don't think about it and push it to the side. Some people are feeling it way too much, and they're not too much, that's the wrong choice of words, a lot, to the point where they can't do anything else. Like, you know, if you're heartbroken and all you can do is cry on the sofa all day, and that's what you've been doing for the past 2 years over a relationship that lasted 6 months, that sort of thing, where it's like, it's not, the healing is not being released in a way that is productive. It's not being channeled into anything. It is just repetitively being fed back into the system. So in the way that often is common, and I'm just using relationships as an example, this could be in relation to anything. It could be work, a loss of a job, or a friend. But usually how that manifests is you're sad because you miss someone. Then you go on their socials and you look at their pictures, and then you see that they've moved on, and then that makes you more sad. And then because you're more sad and missing them, you keep looking through more pictures, or maybe you start looking at your old chats, and that makes you more sad, so you do it more. Do you see what I mean? Over and over and over again. And it's not actually being released anywhere. It's just, it's almost like a dryer, you know. It's just going round and round and round, but you're like aware of it, but it just seems to be stuck on your mind at the moment. Stuck on your mind. Look, the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Swords are almost like book ending this pain, and there's no release valve. Okay, it's like stuck. Oh, Leo, how are we going to go with that? Let's go into the Ace of Cups and see what that's all about then. Can you show me the Ace of Cups, please, for Leo? The Ace of Cups for Leo. The Hanged Man. Yeah, I think that's wise, Leo. Yeah, the Lovers. It's over a connection. I'd say a love connection. Doesn't have to be a love connection, though. The Lovers also represents choices. Almost like, and I really don't want to say this, Leo, I will say it only because it's helping you, and that's what the cards are telling me, is that almost like you're choosing to stay in this place. You're choosing to, in some way. You may be subconsciously doing it. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. This is time. This is wheels again. I'm just seeing spinning, spinning, spinning. And this has been going on for a little while, like a hot minute here, Leo. Over a connection. And it's like you make a good choice. But also out of that choice, I do see you choosing to pause for a new perspective. So you're not throwing yourself into new connections or new jobs straight away without thinking about it, just to numb the pain. So that's one thing. But it's like you've stopped in hangman energy, because part of you does realize that there does need to be a release. You need to figure out how to release this. You need to figure out how to start healing, and you're not making any sudden movements until that process starts and ends. So good for you, Leo. Not easy to do, not easy, especially when you're stuck in your head. You are starting to transmute some of that energy, which is really, really good. Okay, Ace of Wands. Yeah, look, we've got the Four of Wands, we've got Justice in reverse, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, okay, yeah, same, was very much the same as before. Leo, you guys are stalk, and that's not like you, Leo, to be honest. The Leos, when I see Leo, I mean, you guys you feel hard, you feel deep. So, I mean, when it comes to any heartache or disappointments, yeah, I see you cling on to that. It's the nature of Leos. You get your claws in something, you get your claws in. But not that you move on quick, you do pick yourself up and go. And when you go, you go. I see you kind of wobbling a little bit here. Like you stop and pause, and then it kind of goes backwards again. You stop and pause, and you go a little bit further, it goes backwards again. There's something here about you feel like an injustice has been done. Very strong. For some reason, I'm getting Leo Venuses as well. If any of you are watching Leo Venuses, that might also be relevant to you. But we've got the or rising. And we've got 5 of Cups. You're just looking over the past again. Looking back over the past. You're not really doing anything, but you've got this sense of commitment on your mind. I think you want to go back round to this other energy. But you know if you did, it wouldn't be the right thing to do. Because you show me justice in reverse. You're like, no, I can't do that. I want to do that, but I can't. It's something about around your self-respect, your sense of self-worth. You won't allow yourself to do that. Well, of course, you're a proud Leo. You're a lion, okay? You're not going to have your pride dented over something that's caused you this much pain. But you're also very, very loyal. So you're struggling to release this because of that sense of loyalty that you've also got as well. Makes you want to go back. But your pride, and this is when pride can actually serve you, but your sense of pride is stopping you because you're like, no, that would not be right. In fact, you think that will cause you more pain. And it looks like you're right on that one, Leo. Okay, so just keep in your pause. And look, there is a new beginning coming. The Fool is at the bottom of the deck here in the hidden energies, as I'm going to go and clarify the Ace of Pentacles. So let's see what's going on there. Can you please show me the Ace of Pentacles, please, Spirit? The Ace of Pentacles for Leo. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. What's this? Ace of Pentacles, please. Can you show me the Ace of Pentacles for Leo? The 5 of Swords. The King of Cups in reverse. And the 9 of Swords. I know, my loves. I know. I have a feeling this energy, the one that just left you, crosses your path again. When they do, oh boy, you shoot straight into your head. And then it's just conflict, and panic. But you need this meeting, Leo, because when you do meet with them, you realise things are different. You actually see them very differently than you did before. You actually see more of their faults and flaws. You might have kind of idolised this person a little bit in the past. Like, I'm not throwing shade at you here, Leo. We'll do it, okay? This is a human emotion, totally normal feeling that way. We all do that. So you may have had them on a bit of a pedestal, but you see them totally differently the next time you see them. And I think it's kind of the energetic kick you need, because I think that really kicks starts you into your healing and starting to release this person, because as much as the 5 of Swords is the card of conflict, it's also the card of surrender. Okay, I'll talk you through it. So we've got the man at the front, which is normally the focus of the cards, is someone who's like, I've got all the swords, I won. But you could also be, and we often forget about the people in the back. So you've got the one who's like nearest to us. He's just like, okay, I give up. And the one right at the back, well, he's fucked right off. So you could also be, you could be any 3 of these people on the card, because it's also a card of surrender. For those 2, it's a card of surrender. For this guy, it's a card of victory. And there is a surrender needed here. You need this surrender to just drop everything and let it go. As much as, and those of you who watched before, I really hate the phrase let it go, but this is like the beginning of it, because you end up seeing this person in a totally different light to what you've been used to seeing them. And it almost goes like, you almost like breaks you from a spell. You're like, what on earth was I thinking? And it releases you. It releases you from this. Thank the Lord. Okay, can we get some challenges, please? Not that Leo doesn't have enough, but I'm just going to get some challenges in each area, Leo. See what you need to overcome in order to get you to where you need to be, okay? All right, let's get the Ace of Swords. Can we get a challenge for the Ace of Swords, please? A challenge for the Ace of Swords. A challenge for the Ace of Swords, please. Well, okay. The 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you missed them. I know. You missed them. Sort of parts of you or part of the collective might feel that you were used maybe a little bit by this energy. And it's almost like that's the injustice that you're feeling at the minute. Like, it can't just end like this. It can't just be tossed out in the cold like this. And I think it's once overcoming that, because if you follow that train of thought too far down the rabbit hole, Leo, that's how people end up with low sense of self-worth and self-esteem. If people just discard them, they think that they're worth being discarded. because it happened to them. No, 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 no. That's more about the energy of just discarding than it is about you, okay? Your worth is right up there, Leo. You just got to climb a little bit to find it, only a little bit, all right? Okay? The challenge for the Ace of Cups is, of course, temperance in reverse. You're like, can this healing hurry up now? Don't want to feel this. This is painful. There's a bit of impatience about that. We were saying you were struggling with that hangman energy, just staying still, not doing anything, not looking at the past, not dwelling on what could be in the future, just staying right in place where you are. Because the universe is asking you to do that because it's taking care of business for you around you, because you've got the Wheel of Fortune. That's a card of karma and fate. Okay? Things out of our side of our control. So you just take care of yourself in your little bubble, cocoon for a little bit, Leo, get all cozy in there, go in your lion's den, right? And just let the world pass you by for a little bit, because the cosmic soup is a brewing. Something's on its way to you yet that you do not see, but the universe needs you to get out of its way and get out your own way and just let it do its magic. It's got magic coming for you, Leo. I know it, okay? All right, can I get the Ace of Swords, please? Not the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, please, for Leo, the Ace of Wands. Oh my God, you've got the Nine of Cups in the upright. Well, it was a bit to the side like this. It wasn't quite upright. It was like, not quite on its side, not quite upright. It was like, So that's just telling me it's travelling upwards. It's travelling up. Okay, so I'm going to put it like this, okay? There is happiness there. You can't see it. You can't sense it. This has got the energy of like you have dodged a bullet. This healing journey or sense of injustice. There is justice coming in for you. There is commitment and whatever it is that you want coming in for you. Once you release all of this, I know it's that typical story, isn't it? But for you, this time, Leo, it really is the case. And you can't sense the happiness coming in, because I think some of you are in a really dark place right now, but there is a sense coming in, but there's just a little bit more ways to go, but it's there. You'll sense it, you'll feel it, okay? And then we've got the challenge for the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, the Five of Cups. Looking back over and over and over on the past, okay? Reminiscing, looking at the good times, you know, pouring your heart over the bad times, that sort of thing. But I think that's all going to come out, because this King of Cups, or the whoever it is that you were dealing with in the past that's in reverse, it all kind of brings it out when you meet them. And I think that's why you end up seeing them in a slightly different light than you're used to. And you were like, whoa, okay, I wasn't expecting this. And that really aids in your healing there. Okay, right. Can we get some universal advice for Leos, please? Some universal advice for our lovely Leos. Universal advice. A couple more shuffles, please, Spirit. Oh, is that one? Okay. My hair chose that one for you. Yeah, the World, the closing off of a cycle, the beginning of a beautiful brand new one, and beautiful it is. You've got the Sun, happiest card in the deck. What did I tell you, Leo? That's why you come to see me, Leo. You know, your girl Lydia, she knows. And then we've got the Mirror in reverse. Yeah, you don't see this coming. So the Mirror is intuition. You're not even getting an intuitive like little kick about this. Something that you don't see coming. It really is. Intuition here. Usually the High Priestess gives us a little inkling something's on the horizon. She's in reverse here, which shows that she's like basically just giving you the information. She's not being secretive. The Mirror kind of hides things. The High Priestess hides things. It's about reflecting back on yourself. No, you actually do the healing here. You close off the cycle. You begin a beautiful brand new one with the World. And then once you do, the Sun comes in, happiest part of the deck. And the Mirror, have you noticed that looks like a moon? It's in reverse. It also means secrets being revealed. So I think in time, Leo, when you look back on this situation, you don't feel it now, but you'll look back and you'll be like, oh my God, I dodged a bullet. Thank God I went through all that. You learned so many lessons that are actually going to make your future more beautiful than you could possibly imagine. And it actually turns out really good in the end. But for now, you're in a bit of a dark place. I'm with you there, Leo. I totally understand where you're at. Just take your time, day at a time. Let the healing come as it comes. Try and release and transmute energies where you can. Don't worry, this person is coming back around. But I think that encounter is going to be more helpful to you than taking them back, believe me. Okay, Leo, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up. Push us further out to the algorithm and get some more lovely Leos in the collective. And of course, if you are interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box below for my Calendly links. And with that, Leo, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care. Okay, right. We got our Virgos in the house. Hang on with me. Bear with me, Virgo. I'm just tidying away Leo's cards. I kind of keep these covered up while I'm tidying them away, which is a bit of a challenge. I know I need more of a permanent solution to the old card thing. It's YouTube's, oh, what am I doing? YouTube's done censorship. A couple of tarot readers are getting caught out. Most aren't. It seems to be a bit of a roulette, and I don't want to risk it, so I just think cover them all up. From now on, I am going to purchase cards that are covered. The rest of them, I believe, everyone's covered. I think it's only this one where we've got some naked people. But I just don't want to deface my Rider-Waite by scribbling over them or taping over them. A lot of readers are doing that. Totally respect that choice. I totally understand it. I probably will end up doing it, but I really don't want to. I'm dragging my feet on it. So for now, I'm just using the little gemstones to cover them up because I just don't want it. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, hi Virgo, welcome to your 4 Aces reading. My name is Lydia and I will run through what each of the Aces mean in a moment. But before I do, I would like to remind you that I set the intention for this reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So if this reading isn't resonating with you, Virgo, don't worry about it. Just pop to the timestamps below. Check one of your other placements. I'm sure you'll find something for you in there somewhere. And for those of you who haven't been here before, I'll just quickly run through the 4 Aces. Starting with the Ace of Swords. That's your mental thought and focus. It's what you're thinking about. That's why I clarify that first, because we can get to know very quickly whether or not this is your reading. We're then moving to the Ace of Cups, which is your heart's desire, your passions. It's what you are moved towards and what is moving towards you. Also, we'll have themes of heartbreak and healing come under the Ace of Cups as well. We're then moving to the Ace of Wands. That is your power and your will. It's what you want to move physical energy towards overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And then we're moving to the Ace of Pentacles. That's your real world tangible results, but it also has themes around money, inheritance and work, so we might see some of that under the Ace of Pentacles as well. And if that's good with you, Virgo, we're just going to jump straight in and start clarifying, starting with your Ace of Swords. Can you show me the Ace of Swords for Virgo, please? Oh, sorry, Virgo. My shuffling bit off. Sorry. Let's do one more. Ace of Swords for Virgo, please. Can you show me the Ace of Swords, Spirit, please? Can you show me the Ace of Swords for Virgo, please? Can you show me the Ace of Swords? Thank you. Okay, the Ace of Swords for Virgo, please. The Ace of Swords for Virgo. The Ace of Swords for Virgo, please. The Ace of Swords for Virgo. We've got the 5 of Swords. Who you be arguing with, Virgo? The Hierophant. Oh, okay. And the Wheel of Fortune, eh? Okay. So there's something going on. It's been going on for a bit of time. You've kind of got a bit of a karmic connection. We've got 2 major arcana on the table, but then we've also got conflict at the top. Someone in your environment, I don't know, I'm getting maybe someone you look up to, that you have on a pedestal, maybe they are literally a leader, maybe they're your boss or something, or your church pastor, or I don't know, the assistant manager of your local supermarket, somebody to do with a structure or routine, somewhere that you frequent often. I'm not getting your home, I'm either getting work, shopping, a community group, church, something like that. There's some kind of conflict going on. It's been going on for some time. I don't know whether or not you're actually physically having words with this person. I think so. But in it is a lesson for you. There's a change coming in around that. I don't know if you're aware of the change. You're just aware that there's an issue and something needs to be addressed with it. But it's about something in your day-to-day routines. I mean, it could be your home, but it involves a hierarchy of some kind. Whether it be a hierarchy in your house, at work, again in your church. I don't know if you go to church or synagogue or mosque or wherever. Yeah, something of that nature. But there's tension in the energy there. I'm just going to go to the Ace of Cups. I might be able to tease out what that is. Can you show me the Ace of Cups, please? Can you show me the Ace of Cups for Virgo, please? Whoa, the world. But it reversed itself. Did you see that? But this one did come out first. We take this first. We've got the Hanged Man. No, that was upright, sorry. No. The Hangman confuses me because he is upside down. So when he comes up reversed and he is actually upside down, it looks like it's the right way, but I don't know if I'm making any sense there. You know what I mean, Virgo. The world, there's been an ending. Strength. You've had to make some major adjustments, that's what it is. Okay, so you're not fighting a person. You had to make some big adjustments, or you're about to have to make some big adjustments to do with your stability, the way you go about things, something in your environment. I know maybe like you say you do go to church. I'm just using church as an example here. Maybe that church building closed down. They're now using a new building, or there's major renovations going on and the church is no longer recognizable, that you have to just kind of get used to this new routine that's come in. But this new routine's kind of come in, it's had to come in. Either the universe has brought it in suddenly or it's slowly happened over time, but you're showing me that it's hard It's like the end of an era and you're just pausing. You're not doing anything about it, but you feel conflicted over it, but you're not actually doing anything about it. You kind of show me that you need to change with it, but it's hard for you to change. But you're acknowledging that you need to change because your environment has changed. Look, we've got Death and the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. That's your card, Virgo. That's a Virgo card. And Death, which means major change and transformation. Okay, can we look at the Ace of Wands, please? The Ace of Wands. I mean, yeah, I think it's Virgo. I'm a Virgo, so no shade here. We get used to our routines, don't we? We have our little rituals. Someone comes along and disturbs that, even if it's good for us, we know it's good for us, we're kind of a bit gripey about it. So I get that. I get it, loves. I get it. No shade here. This is a Virgo acceptance zone. Okay, right. The good and the bad and the ugly. Right. All signs have each aspect. Okay, can I get the Ace of Wands, please? My Virgos, please. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands for Virgo, please. The Ace of Wands. Oh, the Lovers, okay. Right. Well, you don't want to harmonise. If this is not a person you want to harmonise with somebody or something, you want to harmonise with the environment, and you're going to make a conscious choice for change within yourself. But some of you could literally be connecting with another energy as a result of this change of routine. I think you might be pleasantly surprised by this, Virgo. Let's just get a few more cards on that first to clarify. Oh! Yikes. Okay. Not that then. You're resisting. I think it is that, but you're resisting it. Yeah, you are. Okay, so your environment is changing. Around your stability, your routines, your familiarity, you're doing something a little bit differently here, but you're kind of dragging your feet on doing something different, even though you know change is needed. The result of this change will bring in a fresh new energy for you. Okay, that's actually really nice and harmonious and wants to jive with you, but you're resisting it because you're overthinking. Which, I mean, what else is it going to be with Virgo, right? You're all going through all the details. You want everything to be perfect. You're not sensing it's perfect because you don't really know what you're doing, which is normal, Virgo, not a criticism. That is normal when things change. You got to feel things out a bit. But there's on the other state of this change, or the side, should I say, of this change, once you accept it, there's another energy on the other side that's like, I'll help you out. You're not alone in this change. I'm going to either change with you or I will be the reward of you accepting this change. It's like some of you have closed off a cycle and you've entered a brand new cycle, but before jumping in, you kind of pause and think about it. Well, the thing is, while you're still pausing in the doorway, Virgo, and not taking the leap into the new, you're delaying something wonderful coming in. Okay, can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please? The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles for Virgo, please. We've got the 7, oh no, it's not reverse, 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, 6 of Pentacles and the Hermit, that's you again. That's you. Hermiting again. We do that. When we're not comfortable or happy, we go into ourselves and isolate. So I think you kind of do that. I think while you figure out your own head as well, which is kind of sensible. It's in Virgo's nature to do that. You got to do you, boo. You got to do you. Meanwhile, you balance out your energies. You're like, okay, I can manage this. I can do it. And then you kind of then start rushing in towards something. It's almost a bit like you go, oh, to hell with it. You just go. You think, it's almost like you tire yourself out of overanalyzing it a little bit and you just kind of need a little bit of action. You need something to happen. All of that overthinking you did, you just kind of bin it and just think, right, I accept things as they are. I'm just going to dive in anyway. I don't know if this is going to turn out good or bad for me, but I'm just going to give it a go. But it's coming from a place of a little bit of impatience. So just be mindful of that. I'm quite keen to jump into your challenges because I think that we might get some more details on what that is when we get over to the Pentacles. Right, can I get a challenge for the for Virgo, please? Now the challenges, I put a challenge for each section, and these challenges are things that you have to overcome to get to where it is you need to be, Virgo. Okay, so your challenge for the Ace of Swords, well, there's a few of them here, but for the Ace of Swords, oh, we've got 2. Yes, the Hermit and the 2 of Pentacles. So the Hermit is you. We established that. You doing things that you're used to, your way, the way things have always been. And then something new comes in and you're just feeling a bit uncertain and a little bit wobbly in this new stage that's come into your life there, Virgo. I get it. It's like you're taking little baby Bambi steps from the bushes out into a new beautiful field in spring, but you're a little bit wobbly because you've only just been born. That sort of thing. Okay, right. Can I get a challenge for the Ace of Cups? Oh yeah, Six of Cups on its side. There is another energy wanting to come in, but it's on its side. It's not in yet, but it's because you're kind of dilly-dallying a little bit, Virgo, because you know you need to book in that extra thinking time. We need that. That's okay. You got your own pace. Don't be rushed. Don't feel rushed. This is just showing you the possibilities. You kind of build up your strength. You accept the ending. You pause, and then it's almost like you've opened the door a crack, and there's another person waiting on the other side. Like, are you going to open the door enough for me to come in? Yeah, we've got the Nine of Cups. I don't know why I want to say the Seven of Pentacles there, but it's probably related to that. You've got the Nine of Cups here, happiness on the horizon, but you don't quite believe it. It's like you've got to overcome the fact you can be happy. And I know that doesn't make sense, but for a lot of people, that's going to make sense. So you know what that means. Okay, and then a challenge for the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, this beautiful brand new beginning coming in, Judgment, but it was on its side, sorry. On its side, it's like you take all this time to reach the door. You just cross the door, you pause, and then you just go, ah! Which one is this typical Virgo? Being one of you guys, I understand. I totally get it. I get it. I do the same. I do exactly the same. Okay, can we please get some universal advice for Virgo, please? Universal advice. Some universal advice for Virgo, please. Universal advice. Oh, okay. All right. Spirit. Yeah. You're protected. Four of Stones. Protection. This is a, I thought it was karmic. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. This is a journey you need to go on, Virgo. For your own well-being, for your soul journey and growth. You're being divinely protected at this time. And protect yourself and just chill. Everything's going to be fine. The Archer, which is the Chariot. Things are in motion. Things are moving forwards. Even if you don't feel like you're doing anything, things are still happening around you. The universe is on your side. It's making plans. It's got all its ingredients out. It's mixing up that soup in the kitchen. All you need to do is sit there and wait for it to be served. But just take care of yourself while you're doing that, Virgo. Okay? And then we've got the Queen of Arrows. You're going to understand it in time. Queen of Arrows is internal understanding, knowing, great communication. Can be kind of cutting sometimes. Brutally honest. Very Virgo, even though it's a Libra card. I mean, you've got some things in common with Libra there. But more importantly, it's a card of clarity, inner clarity. So when this all passes by and things start going in motion towards something amazing, it's like you look back over your shoulder and you go, oh, okay, I get it now. Why was I so worried about this new change? Well, it's normal because you can't see. You're down here, this perspective. You don't have a bird's eye perspective like your higher self does, so can see everything that's going on and will happen. No, you don't know that. But that's normal. It's about learning lessons here, Virgo. And you learn the lesson, you do it. You just do it in your own time, which is fine. Just don't dally too long, you know. Don't dally too long. Take the pauses where you need them, but make sure that they're sensible, timed pauses. Not you being frightened to take on anything new or not accept any new changes. Okay, Virgo, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up. It helps push it further out into the algorithm and get some more Virgos in the collective. And with that, Virgo, I'm going to love you and leave you. Oh, hang on. But if you're interested in a personal reading with me, check the links below. They're in my description box. Now I'm going to love you and leave you, Virgo. And until the next one, take care. Okay, next we have Libra. Hello, Libras. Bear with me, guys. I'm just tidying away Virgo's cards. I'll be right with you in a moment. How are you all doing, my lovely Libras? And happy birthday. I hope you're having a good one. I wish you had a birthday at timestamp as well, because I keep doing that. I keep wishing you all a happy birthday, but obviously a lot of you just go straight to your timestamp and then you don't see that I'm wishing you happy birthday. So I'll do it twice. Anyway, let me just pack these away, Libra. I'll be with you in just a second. Thanks for hanging on with me. For those of you who have moved over from the Virgo reading, maybe you're Libra rising like me. Okay, right. Hi, Leo. No, not Leo. Libra. Get it right, Lydia, get it right. Sorry, Libra, my apologies. Welcome to your 4 Aces reading, and welcome to those of you who have not been here before, and happy birthday, Libras. We're right here in Libra season at the time of recording, so we might have some of those Libra energies if you're coming over from other placements, running through all of the reading here, because we are in Libra season, which is all about balance, harmony, love, money, all the good stuff. The 4 Aces reading, I will quickly run through what each one of them means in a moment, but just a little reminder, Libra, that I will set the intention for these readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So if this reading isn't resonating with you, then don't worry about it. Just pop down to the timestamps below, check one of your other placements. I'm sure you'll find something for yourself in there somewhere. Now, very quickly before we begin, the Ace of Swords here, I clarify it first. The Swords is mental energy and what you're thinking about. So I do that first because it helps us quickly clarify whether or not this is your reading. We'll then move into the Ace of Cups. That's your heart's desire. It's what you want to move towards and who or what wants to move towards you. But we'll also see themes of heartbreak and healing under this cup as well. So we might see some of that. And then we go into the Ace of Wands. That is your will and your drive. It's where you want to move physical energy towards overcoming a goal or achieving overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And then we move into the Ace of Pentacles. That's your real world tangible results. However, the Pentacles is also associated with money. So we might see themes around investments, work, inheritance, something like that come under the Ace of Pentacles. And with that, Libra, I'm just going to jump in on my Ace of Pentacles underneath the deck. Something nice this way comes, Libra. All right, let's go and clarify the Ace of Swords and see what's going on for our lovely Libras. Can you show me Libra, please? Can you show me Libra? Libra, please. Can you show me Libra, please? The Ace of Swords for Libra. The Ace of Swords for Libra, please. Okay. Oh, the King of Cups. Huh? Okay. The Star. Hang on. I've got to cover up the tatters again, Libra. Bear with me. Right, we've got the Ace of Cups. Not the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Libra, where's my head? The Star. Oh, 3 of Cups. This very much carries friends into lovers energy. I mean, it might not exactly be that, but there's someone nearby in your community area or space. Friend, could be literally what I just said, but a friend or someone who is a friend of a friend or someone who is in your vicinity, somehow part of your community, maybe they live in your town or your city, is nearby to you. Whether you're consciously aware or not, they're associated with wish fulfillment and they're coming in King of Cups energy, or at least that's how you perceive them. Someone's coming forward to you with an offer, or you want to offer towards them. You can switch those energies, and I believe it's a romantic one, Libra. What did I just say? We are in the season of love, okay? Let's check out that Ace of Cups and see what's going on in there. You're consciously aware of them, or at least you will be shortly consciously aware of them in time. I set the intention for these readings for like a week. So in the next week, you might connect with somebody that, you know, sparks your interest. Okay, can we get the Ace of Cups for Libra, please? The Ace of Cups. For those of you, if you're already in a connection, either it's not your reading, or this could possibly, I don't know until we clarify, someone that you are kind of dating, but it gets more serious. That sort of thing. Okay, right. 3 of Wands. Wheel of Fortune, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been holding out for this. Either you've been holding out to find someone, or the person that you've been seeing recently, you've been holding out for it to be more. And it looks like karma's on your side. You got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. There's a card here of expansion. Your heart energy is expanding physically, or at least on a metaphysical plane, not physical heart expansion. I mean, that's a medical issue. But, you know, energetically speaking, your heart's opening wider up, and it's beautiful. It's so nice. You're calling in all sorts of really good energies right now. And it's almost like you're expecting it, consciously or subconsciously. It's like you're gearing yourself. You're like, right, I'm leveling up. I'm going to the next level. And it looks like there's someone coming with you, or at least it's attached to your heart space, someone that you are connected to, at least feel romantically connected to. If it isn't them, it's just something you've been hanging on, like a wish or a dream. You're like, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. You hang on and hang on. Even when people told you to give up, you're like, no, that's a 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Now the 4 of Pentacles, it is known as the miser card. It's not in this case. Things are going to change. Some of you, it might be, you might be hanging on to feelings of maybe there isn't someone out there for me. Maybe I just need to focus on my Pentacles, i.e. work, or things are going to change in that arena. You're going to be blown wide open, and it's going to bring in this beautiful energy, and I believe it's to do with this over here. Okay, can I get the Ace of Wands there, please, for Libras? The Ace of Wands. Can we get the Ace of Wands for Libras, please? The Ace of Wands for Libra. Nope. the Five of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Give me a second on this one, Libra. Give me a second. You're not making a move, though. I kind of like this though, one Libra, though. Do you see where we go? You're like, no. You're like, I'm not chasing after this. You're almost telling me, you said, look, I've done this before, I've chased after things that I wanted and it's never worked out. So this time I'm not doing it, I'm just sitting still. And the reason I know it's good for you is because your intuition is telling you to do that. Now, if I saw something under here like the Devil or the Five of Cups, I'd be like, Libra, you put yourself in a bit of a box here. Like, you got to get out there, you know, you got to, no. Your intuition is informing you to stay still, not do anything. Just be yourself, your big, beautiful, badass self. And you show me that if you don't do that, if you go, say if the High Priestess was reversed, it'd be like, I'm going into, you know, lack and I'm just going to set myself up for failure. No, I think this is you looking over on the past, because this is all being informed by your intuition, and your intuition never steers you wrong. Your intuition would never intentionally steer you into a Five of Pentacles, unless you were repeating a cycle. And it needs you to break the cycle, and in order to break the cycle you need to experience some kind of loss or lack or pain. So for some of you that's what's happening, but I don't believe so, because you've got your sights on something beautiful here, and fortune's on your side in the upright, and you've got a positive four of Pentacles. So this is why no, the High Priestess wouldn't steer you into Five of Pentacles, not with these energies. It wouldn't make any sense. So she's telling you, or he, however you identify your subconscious and your intuition, is telling you to stay still. Despite the fact that you really want to move towards whatever this is. They're like, no, hang off. And you're doing it, and it's very uncomfortable for you to do that. You might have been, at least in the past, a bit of a chaser. This is like you're moving chaser or attachment or codependency kind of issues are being transmuted here and overcome. And you are actively staying still because you're being told intuitively to. I want to make that very clear. It's almost like you're waiting for them to come to you. You're like, if someone wants me, they will come to me. We've got the Six of Cups under the bottom of the deck in the hidden energy while we're talking about this. So yeah, for plenty of you, this person that you're thinking about here, this could be happening near the end of the week, into next week at the latest. Okay, interesting. Right, can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please? The Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, please. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. Oh. You've got the Nine of Cups reversed, Temperance, and the Seven of Cups. Oh. Libra, stick close to that intuition. I see some of you then, after a while of standing and waiting and being very lovely and patient, you start getting a little bit impatient. And you start making some moves. There's a bit of time though passing, and I think you're like, time is passing on this. It's making you more and more unhappy. So you're thinking, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? It's the waiting. It's the waiting for the pentacle to come in, or the person to come in. I don't know if you've set your sights on somebody there and you're dating and it's not progressing fast enough for you, or maybe you're friends now and you want it to be more and that's not progressing for you fast enough. Something about spilt milk here. Careful not to spill that. I have a feeling you'll kind of want to rush. You're impatient with the timeline. The fact that you're showing me impatience with the timeline means, and that the fact that you're being told to stop and you're listening to yourself on that, shows me there is something coming in for you. And we saw at the bottom of the deck, we've got Six of Cups. There's definitely a soul connection in your horizon. But if they're part of a wider community, it's going to take a little while for them to come in. Just spot that impatience there, okay? Don't give in to it, because if you do, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You do what you want, Libra. This is just showing you the possibilities of the issue, not telling you what to do. You could accidentally knock over some of your happiness cups on your way to rushing into whatever this is. It's just assuring me something has to come in, but you're just going to have to wait a little bit for it. And I know you go to these tarot channels, and the tarot readers tell you that all the time, but it's because it's so much often the case. It's so much often the case. Anyway, can I clarify no, not clarifying, I'm getting a challenge for the Ace of Wands. For each section I pull a challenge. It's what you may have to overcome to get to where it is that you need to be, okay? Yeah, we have We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You don't feel like you're really doing much of anything because you're kind of transitioning into receiver energy rather than giver energy. Very unnatural for you, Libra. So it feels like frustrating for you just to be in this like chilled out, just let the universe deliver what it needs kind of energy that you're trying to embrace here. Try and enjoy that though. Try and enjoy being the receiver and being taken care of by the universe and just lying down and doing nothing while the universe does its job. It will serve you well. Your challenge, for the Ace of Cups is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So that's like the Page of Pentacles is like searching, looking, studying things. It's like you sense something's coming in. You're holding on to the belief and hope that something is coming in, and you are really fighting that urge to go out and try and get it. Which is what the Page of Pentacles does. It just it's a little like he wants to study and look at something, and it's coming in, but you kind of have to embrace that a little bit, okay? And then we've got the Queen of Cups on its side. Oh, that's what I say, love's coming in for you. It's also about self-love as well, okay? Unless you love yourself, you can't expect an equal love to come in for you. So it's about embracing those ideas. You might want to do some healing over that theme of loving yourself, attracting in more abundant love for you, and it's on its way. It just gives you something to do and to distract yourself while you're waiting for your King of Cups to arrive, okay? And then we've got this... Let's say, this is you down here with the Seven of Cups thinking, what can I do? I've got to do something. You got the Seven of Cups as your challenge. Wait, Libra. Don't do anything. The fact you're trying to do something is what you're... Well, no, the fact you want to do something or make a choice is something that you're going to have to overcome that urge or something. So it's like, just don't do anything. Just let Temperance do her job, okay? I know, Libra, it's hard. I know. Right, can I please get some universal advice for Libras, please? Some universal advice for Libras. Universal advice for Libras, please. Universal advice. Advice for Libras, please. Page of Arrows, watch out. Eight of Vessels, hello. And we've got the Six of Arrows, yeah boy. Okay. Don't worry, things get moving. That's what I'm telling you. Things get moving, Libra. Don't worry about it. So the Page of Arrows is he's the page that he's our watcher on the mound. So he's watching out for something to happen, which is kind of the state you're in. You're like, something's going to happen. I know it is. I know something's going to happen. Someone's going to come in. Something's going to be triggered here. And it does. You get the Eight of Vessels, which is a rebirth. So that could be actually a return of another energy, or it's coming around of an energy. And I do believe it's an energy you're either aware of or someone really close to you. It might just be someone who lives next door. Maybe you don't know them personally, but then you see them walk past your house every day. That kind of thing. And then it's like they start, turn and do a circle around to you and go, hello, Libra, I'd like to get to know you more. That's your Eight of Cups. And look, you're just overflowing. It's beautiful. And then we get the Six of Arrows. So when that comes in, that's transition. That's transitioning from one state to another state. That could be transitioned from single to partnered, from unemployed to employed. And it's a smooth transition. It's beautiful. And you'll have someone by your side while you're doing it as well. Okay? You're not on your own doing it. If it's not someone physically, someone in spirit, you are protected. The divine is with you. There are footsteps in the sand sort of thing. But then there is also someone coming in. A rebirth. You couldn't have a rebirth. It's a reconnecting together with something. And it's nice. And then off you go. Sailing off into the sunset. You do move. It's this period of being stagnant and still that's kind of killing you to do. But things do get moving. I can at least report that. Okay, Libra, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please leave a comment below and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up. It gets us further out to the algorithm and we'll get more Libras in the collective. And with that, Libra, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care. Hi Scorpio and welcome to Esotera Tarot and your 4 Aces reading. For those of you who watched over from Libra, you'll notice I did another little time warp again just to freshen up the energies. We're jumping straight into your reading now, Scorpio, and I will run through what each of the Aces mean. But first, I'd just like to remind you that I set the intention for these readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So if this reading isn't resonating with you, Scorpio, then don't worry about it. Just pop down to the timestamps below, check one of your other placements. I'm sure you'll find yourself in there somewhere. Okay, so Scorpio, Scorpio. We are going straight into the 4 aces, starting with the Ace of Swords. That's your clarity, your thoughts, and what you're thinking about. I do that first because then it's easy for us to identify quite quickly whether or not it's your reading. Then we move into the Ace of Cups. That's your heart's desire. It's what you'll move towards and what's moving towards you. It's also themes of heartache, healing. That will also come under the Ace of Cups as well. And then we move into the Ace of Wands. That is your power, your will, and your drive. That is the physical energy you want to move towards overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And then last but certainly not least, Scorpio, we have the Ace of Pentacles. They're your real world tangible results, but the Pentacles is also associated with money, finances, inheritance, investments, so we might see themes around that come out under the Ace of Pentacles as well. So if that's okay with you, Scorpio, I'm just going to move a bit this way. I feel a bit on the wonk. There we go. I'm ready now, Scorpio. We're going to jump in and start with that Ace of Swords. Okay, can you show me the Ace of Swords for Scorpio, please? Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. What's Scorpio thinking about? What's on Scorpio's mind? Okay. No moons, please, Scorpio. For those of you who haven't been here before, every time I read Scorpio, you throw me the moon. Okay, can I have the Ace of Swords, please? The Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords for Scorpio, please. Ace of Swords. The Chariot, okay. The 5 of Swords and the Page of Wands. So you opened up to something quite conflicting. It's like you got burned and now you're running off. I'm not sure what that means. It's almost like you peeked your head out the sand towards another energy. Could be a person, it could be a place, or just a situation. It was kind of wrought with conflict, so you've just moved on. Right, you like went, whoa, I don't want anything to do with that, and off you went. Okay, I don't know where you're going. You've been quite clear on that, so I'm just going to move straight into the Ace of Cups, Scorpio, and see what it is there. It might give us a clue on what you were moving towards there, okay? Right, Ace of Cups for Scorpio, please. And the Magician, yeah, you want to get something done. Page of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. Now, I don't know if this is an energy that you're connected with romantically or a family member. It's definitely one other energy at least, because you're showing me I'm better off single. I don't want to be anywhere near that, whatever that was. But you found something new that interests you. I'm seeing it as rather a situation rather than a person. Could be a person, but as it's Pentacles, it might be something around work opportunities or a project or something like that. It's almost like you want to protect your energies for things that serve you, things that you can work with. And that applies to situations or jobs or people there, Scorpio. So whatever it was you approached in the past, you were like, no, that's not for me. It's too complicated or too difficult or too negative. It's not going to serve me. I'm going to waste my time here. So you moved on to something else and you're like, okay. And you find something that you think that you can work really well with, and off you go. Could be another energy. Oh, okay, 5 of Cups and the Ace of Wands here. That's cool. We're moving on to the Ace of Wands, but Spirit kind of jumped ahead. Oh my God, Ace of Wands. Can't find the Ace of Wands. And the Sun in reverse. Okay, little word of warning here, Scorpio. I think the thing that you've picked up that looks shiny and new and wonderful is probably not going to be as good as it seems. It seems to draw towards you with much passion and excitement. However, what you can't see, because the Sun is in reverse there, so the Sun, when the Sun's in reverse, it's like a sunset and like darkness, it hides things. That there might be a bit of a losing battle with whatever this is, even though it feels exciting. I've got that feeling of like it's all, there's no substance there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a person or a situation, but either way you come out of it thinking, well, that was a waste of time. Something like that. But it's double wands. You've got wands and wands here, but so you are moving consciously towards whatever or whoever this is. It looks appealing on the outside, but on the inside, once you get involved, I think it probably causes you more struggle than whatever that was in the energy behind you there. I'm sorry for the bearer of bad news on that one, Scorpio, but hang on, we'll hold our horses. Let's get to the Ace of Pentacles, see what's there. Can you show me the Ace of Pentacles, please? The Ace of Pentacles. You've almost got a bit of energy like, oh no, what have I done? I don't know what this is, but okay. Can you show me the Ace of Pentacles, please? The 3 of Swords in reverse, the 2 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, this is going to be bizarre, but I mean, it's not bizarre. It happens every day, but I very rarely see this in tarot. You know that conflicting energy that you loved before? I think it's coming back around, but much changed. Just almost like you leave one situation, like you jump out the frying pan into the fire, but then you jump out, and you jump out of the fire again, you get back in the frying pan. The frying pan's a little bit more stable and solid, or at least I see healing happening. I don't know if you see that coming though, because it's under the Two of Swords. So you're very closed off to another energy that wants to come in working with you, and it's pointing me back over here. You were closed off because it just wasn't working in the past for some reason. You go towards something new, but it's again kind of a bit of an empty cup there. And kind of when you drop this new thing that's come in, the old energy comes back. It's quite the drama, Scorpio. You very rarely see this. And healing starts, or at least there's an opportunity for healing. The energy's available there. Whether you take it and the other energy takes it, I don't know, but it's looking likely the other energy is coming back around saying, look, can we work on this? And well, it looks like you might accept that, Scorpio, because Three of Swords in reverse, that's like the healing of a broken heart. And it looks like something was broken over here. So take that as it resonates, guys. Oh, how exciting. I really get that. I mean, I don't know what this other energy that you're moving towards is at the moment, but it's like you almost have to go through that in order for the other energy to come back around and you work on it. I don't know. And I'm going to pull challenges. I pull a challenge in each of the areas, Scorpio, to see what you may need to overcome to get to where it is you need to be, okay? Can you show me a challenge for the Ace of Swords for Scorpio, please? The Ace of Swords, the Ace of Swords for Scorpio, the Ace of Swords for Scorpio, please. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you see that? That was a sun again. Which way up? Reversed again. Something you can't see over this connection. Like, whatever you think is obvious is not obvious. Now, don't just blindly take my word for that, because as much as I can see what's here, Scorpio, I don't really know what I'm talking about in terms of your particular situation, because everyone's going to be different. There's something that you have yet to see about this connection, particularly the one you're in conflict with. I'm still getting that this is another energy you're moving towards, so it might not be a person. I think it's almost like the fact you're falling out with this drives you to something new, which is kind of a bit inauthentic, Scorpio. It's a bit like people when they break up from a relationship and they're like, okay, now I'm going to try really hard at work. It very rarely lasts a long time, that theory, or, you know, that approach, because it's coming from just a place of wanting to run away from another energy rather than running towards the new energy, and it might be a bit of that going on, you know, so just kind of watch that. Can I get a challenge for the Ace of Cups, please? The Ace of Cups. One more shuffle, please, for the Ace of Cups. That one. Yeah, the Five of Wands. You're running away into something new just because you're running away from something that was difficult. Now, I'm not blaming you, Scorpio, but I just have to tell you what's on the table and call it as it is, as Spirit wants to send the message. Just be careful of your intentions around any new energies that you're going towards at this time, and just make sure you're going towards them for the right reasons, because you think they'll genuinely bring you joy, happiness and growth, not because it's a distraction from the thing that you're running away from. I mean, it seems all right in the end, to be honest. So, I mean, what am I talking about? But it's almost like for some of you, you may have to go through this, but there's going to be a lot of conflict on the way, inner and outer, I believe. So, looks like it's going to be a tough one, Scorpio. But you got this. I believe in you. All right, can I get a challenge with the Ace of Wands, please? Okay, we had two come out for that one. I'm not surprised. It seems like a bit of a complicated issue. Yeah, we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and we've got the Ten of Pentacles on its side. The energy that comes away that you're now moving towards, it looks wonderful and grand because you're running away from another energy, is not as giving as you think. In fact, they seem to be quite the taking energy. They are almost turning your Ten of Pentacles, which is your stability, into a 5 because it's on its side, which I see as being a half. And the Six of Pentacles upside down is kind of a selfish energy, unequal give and take. And it looks like they're taking from your pot there, Scorpio, whatever it is. It could be a new job that's promising you the earth, but in reality, when you get there, maybe the hours are double what they said and the pay is half. And you've only gone there because you hated the job you were at before. which was better pay, more comfortable in that regard, but maybe you didn't like your colleagues or something like that. So that would be spiritual warning, not to say to stay where you are in this conflict, but to maybe just hold off. Maybe you could skip this middle bit of going towards something that's not very fulfilling. But I mean, either way, it seems whatever you've been working with comes back around. So in the work situation, it could be work, your old job getting back in touch with you, knowing you've got a new job, saying, oh, well, actually, let's, let's see if we can increase your pay or something like that. I don't know. You take it as it resonates, Scorpio. All right, can I get a challenge to the Ace of Pentacles, please? Oh, the King of Swords on his side. Well, it's all going to become clear very soon, Scorpio, but you're not going to really know and you're not going to see it. Unusual challenge for the universe to give you, actually, because normally if you can't see it coming and you're unaware of it, it's not really a challenge, you know. Do you know they say sometimes ignorance is bliss? But I guess if you're reading now and it's resonating, so you do know. So yeah, this isn't going to be very clear what comes in. You're not going to really expect it, but once it does come in, it will all make sense. Everything that you've gone through will make sense, and it'll all come together nicely in the end, except for this just little bump you've got in the road. Right, I am going to pull some advice for you, Scorpio, just to close the reading for you there. Okay, can I please get some universal advice for Scorpio, please? Oh, sorry. Universal advice for Scorpio, please. Universal advice for Scorpio. Universal advice for Scorpio, please. Universal advice. Oh, we have the Ancestor in reverse. Okay, we reversed. We are reversed. It came out reversed. I'm taking it reversed. Six of Stones, give and take. Oh, okay, and the King of Bows, which is the King of Wands. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, you're basically going to lose your way a little bit there, Scorpio, just a little bit. You're going to go off the beaten path. It's almost like you go, nope, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm going to go do something else. And then when you get off the path, that's the Ancestor in reverse, because the Ancestor card is all about divine guidance from the ancestors, spirit guides, things like that. In reverse, it's like you go against your intuition. You go against what you're being told internally. You stop listening to the spirits because you're like, nope, I don't want to do this anymore. Off you go. And I don't blame you, Scorpio. I've been there many times. We all do it. Oh, it's another path. It kind of gets a bit stuck in the weeds a bit. So slowly you come back onto the path you're supposed to be on. I mean, don't get me wrong, Scorpio. In a way, that is the path you're supposed to take, because every time we try and jump into a different timeline for ourselves, it's usually full of lessons that we probably needed to go through to get us back on track, right? But you jumped straight back on track to equal give and take. Remember, that was your challenge, was with Six of Pentacles. You got the Six of Pentacles in the upright on the advice. Once you find your way back onto that path, Scorpio, you're going to be absolutely fine. You'll probably end up feeling better than when you left it, and you probably need to too, because I don't know what energy you're running away from here, but your sort of disappearance kind of gives them a bit of a kick up the butt, and they come running after you. So it probably wasn't you coming off of your path. It's probably doing exactly what you needed to. You're just doing it with a little bit of don't want to do this, almost like you're flipping the Monopoly board. Starting again, right? And then you jump straight to King of Wands, which is wow. Very attractive energy, a leader. The King of Wands is about confidence, fire, drive. It's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. So I don't know who it is that comes in. I think it's this person you're having a conflict with. But once they do come back in, everything seems to get back on track, back on the road, and like in a lovely fiery energy there with moving forwards, all in good time. So it all comes back around, Scorpio. Don't worry about it. Okay, Scorpio, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up. Get some more Scorpios into the collective. And if you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box for my Calendly links. And with that, Scorpio, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care. Okay, up next we have Saggy. Hello, Sagittarius. How are we doing today? I hope you're good. I hope you are grand. Bear with me while I pack away Scorpio's cards. I'm going a little bit slower today to make sure I don't accidentally pack the cards the wrong way around, or accidentally pack up the 4 aces and then have to go in and find them again and all that business. So Bear with me, bear with me. I'll timestamp this out, so you'll likely not see it anyway. Okay, right. Let's have a little sip before we start. Thank you. Hi Saggy, and welcome to Esotera Tarot. My name is Lydia and welcome to your 4 Aces reading. I will quickly run through what each of the 4 Aces are for those of you who have not been here before, but before I do, just a quick reminder that I set the intention for these readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So if this reading isn't resonating with you, Sagittarius, then don't worry about it. Pop down to the timestamps below, check one of your other placements. I'm sure you'll find something for yourself in there somewhere. Now quickly before we begin, I'll just do a quick overview. So we start with the 4 Aces reading with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is about mental clarity and thought. I'll run through those first because then we can see what's on your mind and then we can very quickly establish whether or not this is your reading. Then we move into the Ace of Cups. That's your heart's desire. It's what you're moving towards and what's moving towards you. The Ace of Cups also holds in themes of healing as well. So we may see some themes around that come out under the Ace of Cups. Then we move into the Ace of Wands. That's your passion, your drive, your energy. It's where you want to put physical energy towards overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And then we move into the Ace of Pentacles. They're your real world tangible results. But the Ace of Pentacles is also about money. So we might see themes around inheritance, work, investments, things like that. So we'll see what comes up under the Ace of Pentacles. And if that's good with you, Saggy, and you're all tucked up and ready to go, I'm just going to start by clarifying the Ace of Swords for you. Okay, Spirit, can you please show me Sagittarius, the Ace of Swords for Saggy? Can I please get the Ace of Swords for Sagittarius, please? The Ace of Swords for Sagittarius. The Ace of Swords for Sagittarius, please. The Ace of Swords for Sagittarius. Oh, the Two of Cups reversed. Well, reversed. I'll take it reversed if it comes up reversed. Oh, I turned that round, you saw me. We got the Page of Wands reversed as well. Okay, Spirit wants and the World reversed. Spirit wants reversals today. Okay, Spirit, we're not going to argue with you. Honestly, Sad, when I do your readings, weird stuff like this happens all the time. I tried to reverse it. I tried my best. We saw it. I turned it round. Okay, we're resisting an ending here, Sag, with another energy. The end has happened, I believed, in the physical. You are trying to move on. It's incredibly difficult for you to do so, though. So you're trying to close off your energy towards them, but it's not really working. You're probably still feeling that energetic link to them, whoever this is. And it is a person. Tough one. And you're aware. You're aware the energy's still there. Communication might have stopped, though. You're like, no, I'm not looking at it. I'm not gonna see it. I don't see it there, but I just kind of don't really believe you, Saggy. Yeah, it's when the Page of Wands is reversed. It's like trying to close off, but you can't really. It's not like a genuine closing off. It's more like I'm just gonna not look. Doesn't mean you're not still thinking about them and wondering where they are, what they're doing. Yeah, that kind of thing. Sounding familiar to anyone? Okay. Let's carry on. Right, can I see the Ace of Cups there, please? The Ace of Cups. What's in the Ace of Cups? Ace of Cups for Sagittarius, please. Ace of Cups for Sag. 5 of Cups in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. Right, I'm going the right way again now. Finally, Queen of Swords in the upright. Yeah, absolute change of routine. This was an energy that you've gotten quite used to being around. I think it's almost like you're coming to the realization that things are not going to be the same. There's a lot of grieving that needs to happen that you haven't done yet. You are resisting the grief. So yeah, this is almost a bit of a head in the sand, pretend it's not happening, get on with my day like nothing's gone wrong, nothing has changed, I'm going to be just fine. And you are going to be just fine, Saggy, but I just see you're disconnected from your heart space over this breakup because it's very painful to face. It's usually fear-based. A little bit of like not accepting that things are going to be different, that the energy perhaps isn't in your life or not in your life the way that they used to be. And you've got to basically build something new, that you come into the realization, at least you feel the realization of that, but then moving that into the conscious energy is probably the hardest bit because that's when the grief can start. I could definitely see a process here that is being stalled because of you're not releasing it. And when I say releasing it, I don't mean like you're just going, oh, okay, bye, let go. No, I'm releasing like, grief. crying. It's like a release, for example. It seems like the feelings are there, but they're not coming out enough into the surface for the true deep healing to begin. Oh, Sag, I mean, I get it, it's easy to do it that way, but eventually these things catch up with us, and if we don't process our emotions now, we will process them later. The universe will put things in our path, so we end up processing them later, and when the universe has to intervene, it charges interest, and it's usually harder, okay? Right, can I get the Ace of Wands there, please? The Ace of Wands there, please. Are we the right way, please? Yes, we are, the Ace of Wands. Enough reversals for Sag. Oh, lovely. Okay, 3 of Pentacles, Death, and the Ace of Swords. Oh, very clever, Spirit. I like how you've done that. Okay. I kind of got some good news here. Do you want the good news or the bad news first? Okay. I'm going to give you the bad news first. Then you have the good news afterwards. And the bad news doesn't seem so bad. So the bad news is you got to go through this death process. I'm sorry, you can't get around it. You can't go under it. You can't go around it. You can't go over it. So you got to go through it, Sag. It's going to be slow, painful, difficult. But the good news is, when you get out the other side of it, there's energies waiting for you there to take you on your merry way. Now, I think it might be possibly for at least most of you, could be this energy that left you left behind here. The reason I'm saying that is because Spirit has matched it up with this line of thinking directly. So it's lined up the Ace. It's told me the Ace of Wands cards are directly relevant to the Ace of Swords cards. Now I'm going to, because Ace of Swords is here, so I'm just going to clarify that Ace of Swords. Let's pull out another card, because I just want to make doubly certain on that. There's definitely another energy, but I just want to make doubly certain whether it's a new energy or this energy from the past, okay? Can I, oh, this one? Oh, that's a lot. 8 of Cups though. What have we got? 8 of Cups. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Page of Cups. Right, can we just get one more card for the Ace of Swords, please? That is someone walking away and then someone kind of coming back into to rebalance, finding their power and then being made an offer. Again, I don't know if it's the thing they're walking away from, the person. King of Wands, yes, person. Possibly, yeah. Because you're showing me Page of Wands. We've got Wands energy as the individual here. They're showing up as the King of Wands here. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Cups. Top of the deck, the Chariot. For many of you, the person you're walking away from is going to come back. Been a helpful energy. Okay, can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please, for Saggy? The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, please. I mean, some of you, it might be somebody new, but if it's the old person coming back, it wouldn't surprise me either. The Two of Wands. The Ace of Wands again. King of Swords, yeah, this is the same energy. Sorry. If you're hoping for someone new, sorry guys. This is just weaving like this. This story's all together. That Ace of Wands is there to clarify this now. So this row's clarified this row. This row's now asking me to clarify this row. That indicates usually it's to do with the same energy. Same energies are involved. This time, King of Swords, a conversation needs to be had. I believe that's you, male or female. We're not reading genders because it's under your sword energy, in which your energy, your higher self energy, that's pointing me towards this, and it's manifesting itself on the table as the Ace of Swords, and now it's placed it in the hands of the King. That'll be you. So that'll be when you get some higher self download about something, or you step really into your power. The King of Swords. With the Ace of Wands, so you've actually gone through your death process and your change, and then it's like the Two of Wands is about opening up on the horizon. The world is your oyster. What can we do from here? So if this other energy does come back in, which I see them doing, it's very much on your terms. You will be the one that makes the decision on whether or not to let them back in, and which way it's going to go. Right, I'm going to pull some challenges for you in each area to see what you may need to overcome to get to where you need to be. Okay, can you show me some challenges for Sagittarius, please? Can you show me some challenges for Sagittarius? Some challenges for Sagittarius, please. It may be the other energy just closed down to you and they reopen here, but it's even stronger than when they close down to you. But as a result, you have to go through this whole process before that happens. This is not happening tomorrow, Sag. Okay, we have got the Magician on its side, so it's really, you're going on a bit of a detail here, Sag, okay, away from this energy, about you stepping into your own power. This lesson, this life lesson goes about showing you how you can transmute energy and manifest, something like that. So that's really the purpose of why you're going into this energy, into this situation, and why you're going to come out of it looking brighter. For the Ace of Cups, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Time. You've got to give it time. You have planted a seed here with whoever this is, but you're not going to feel that. You'll be like, oh, well, it's over. Another one bites the dust. No, this is almost like a planting of a seed that's going to flourish later down the line. You don't see that now because you're on your own journey. You've still got some things to do while you're solo, away from whoever or whatever this is. But seed has been planted. You've just got to have the belief that it's there. Because, I mean, what's a seed doing before it becomes a seedling? You know, it's germinating. Do we see that germination process? No, because it's under the ground. Same thing's going on here, okay? Right, can I get a challenge for the Ace of Wands, please? Ace of Wands. Oh, what do we have? We have the Eight of Cups on its side. This is a process. This is representing you walking away from this. It's also the process of a slow return. Not full return because it's not fully upside down. This is the wheels coming in motion. And then again, and it's come right over the death energy. And then this other Three of Pentacles energy, boom, appears right there. And the cards surrounding it are pointing me to that conflict there. Okay, if it is a new person, they may have some of the characteristics of the older person, the parts of them that you liked. It may be the same energy revisiting you in a different person, or it might be literally the other person. Okay, can I get a challenge for the Ace of Pentacles, please? But it's a helpful energy, by the way. Okay, helpful. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. Three of Cups, joy, happiness, love, abundance, companionship. I think when this energy comes in, you're not going to trust it at first, even though the intentions come together in a really joyful and harmonious ways there. But you're not going to trust it if you've already been through a pile of dog poop with it. If you've gone through the shite. You'll think, oh, here it is to come and cause me more issues. No, not this time. This is different. But again, much time has passed here. This is not an overnight thing. I think you were looking at a couple of months down the line here for this kind of transformational process. Okay, can you please get me some universal advice for Sagittarius, please? Some universal advice for Sag. Oh my God, we did not cover her up. Hopefully YouTube is not too bothered. It's only teeny tiny. I don't think you can see them very clearly anyway on this table, but just in case, we've got to cover up our girl. Okay, can you show me some universal advice for Sagittarius, please? Universal advice for Sagittarius, please. Thank you. Universal advice for Sag. Universal advice for Saggy. Look at that Ace of Vessels. You can't write it, Sag. Beautiful, brand new, emotional beginning coming in for you, Sag. Four of Stones. Protection. Yeah, I think so. I agree. You're divinely protected at this time. You're also protecting yourself. Take it easy, Sag. Don't be too hard on yourself, especially around this letting go thing. Take it a day as it comes. Healing is a process, okay? And then Nine of Stones, beautiful tradition. That's about becoming self-sufficient and independent. And I believe that energy makes you look extremely attractive. And that's why this energy comes back around, because it wants a piece of your pie. Whether you let them in or not, it's totally up to you. Tarot is here not to tell you what to do. It's just here to tell you the possibilities of the issue. And with that, Sag, I think I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up. Get it further out into the algorithm. We get more Saggies in the collective. And if you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, and then check my description box, my Calendly links. And with that, Saggy, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care. Okay, next up, we've got Capricorn, my happy gabbies. I'm just tidying up Saggy's cards, so please bear with me, Capricorn. If any of you are here early or you're watching through from Sagittarius, maybe you've got strong Sag or Cap placements. I'm just going to clear up. I'll be 1 minute and then I'll get right into the reading. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Let's get this all cleared up and ready to go. I'll timestamp this out anyway, so it's unlikely you're going to see any. Okay, hang on. Before we do, I like to sip a lot. And I should really apologise for sipping noises, but hey ho. How can I say I am a self-confessed coffee addict and I'm not going to change. Okay. Hi Capricorn and welcome to Esotera Tarot. My name is Lydia and today I'm doing your 4 Aces reading. I will run through what the 4 Aces mean, but just before I do, a little reminder that I set the intention for these readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. So if this reading isn't resonating with you, Cappy, then just pop down to the timestamps below, check one of your other placements. I'm sure you'll find yourself in there somewhere. Okay, so just a quick overview of the 4 Aces. These are 4 aspects of life. We start with the Ace of Swords. They're your thoughts and your focus. I clarify those first because it's easier for us to identify whether or not this is your reading. We then move into the Ace of Cups. That's your heart's desire. It's what's moving towards you and what you are moving towards. We also see themes around healing and heartache here, so we might see some cards and themes around that. We'll then move into the Ace of Wands. That is your drill and your willpower. It's wanting to move physical energy towards overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And then we're moving to the Ace of Pentacles. They're your real world tangible results. But the Ace of Pentacles also associated with money. So we might see themes around work, finances, savings, investments, things like that in the Ace of Pentacles. And if you're ready, my happy cabbies, and you're all chilled and ready to go, we're going to jump in and start clarifying that Ace of Swords. Can you show me the Ace of Swords for Capricorn, please? The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords for Capricorn, please. Ace of Swords for Capricorn. The Ace of Swords. Whoop. The Ace of Swords for Capricorn, please. Ace of Swords for Capricorn. The Emperor in reverse. Are we reversed? It came out reversed. I'm taking it reversed. The 3 of Cups. Ooh. 10 of Cups. So you've met with an energy. It's all great and all gravy, but you're feeling unstable about it. Why? Capricorn, I'm sensing a little bit of insecurity around you, and that is not like you at all. It's not like you. You only enter things if you're sure about it. You know, you can go through, you look at the practicality of the situation, and if it's all good and checks all the boxes, you proceed. If it doesn't check all the boxes, you're slow to proceed. You're not going this fast or this deep. But I don't think you plan to feel this. It's almost like as the connection has grown, you are now getting more and more secure about it. Now, it looks like you went in full of hope and promise, you had a great time, and then you are just not feeling yourself though. Something is off. So I am going to go into the Ace of Cups now and see if we can clarify what that is. Right, can you show me the Ace of Cups, please? Ace of Cups for Capricorn, the Ace of Cups. The High Priestess, good. The Hermit, okay, and the King of Cups, okay. So at some point then, either now or in the immediate future, you withdraw yourself away from this energy and you reassess what it is that you really want. So you go within in the Hermit. The King of Cups is there, supported in the subconscious energy. You're really trying to connect to your heart space, and you do just that because your intuition just switches straight online when you do that, the High Priestess. And it's all coming from your heart space, which is wonderful and lovely. I mean, you feel great, you feel at peace, you feel aligned, but it's when you move away from whoever this is. I mean, they're not showing me anything negative and I'm not clarifying, but it's almost like you can just feel that this partnership that you had signed up to, or friendship group, or community group, or workplace, it just isn't for you. It's like you're just not really fitting in, even though on the surface it seemed to be, at least at some point, everything you wanted it to be. Okay, can I get the Ace of Wands there, please? The Ace of Wands. Oh, okay, we've got the Star, and she's upright. Looks like you made a really good choice here, Cappy, even though it might have been difficult for you to do it. You had good reasons. I knew it, Capricorn. Queen of Swords in reverse, and we're not reversed, Ace of Pentacles. There's an opportunity here that you do not yet see or know about. Queen of Swords currently in reverse, so you're not clear on it. I think when you go into this energy of the Ace of Wands, you're not really intending to make any moves towards calling something in, but you call something in that is your heart's desire, is your wish, is something real and tangible. It's an opportunity of some kind. But it comes almost as a surprise to you, like, oh, I didn't expect to see you here. And it's just after you go into this kind of self-imposed isolation away from whatever this is. Okay, Right, can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please? The Ace of Pentacles. Whoa! Right, okay, so these came up right on top of each other, and you know my rules over here at the channel, for you who have been here before, if they're right on top of each other like this, I take them as one card. We have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Lovers. Okay, so there's a different energy coming in from the one that you're currently with, the one that was feeling a bit off. This energy is very well matched, energetically suited, very, very passionate. You attract this in almost without realizing that you're doing it, and they are highly attracted to you. So it's like you're moving towards it and it is moving towards you at the same time. Okay, oh my goodness, Four of Swords, okay, and the Five of Cups reversed. Oh, Cappy. I mean, I don't know who this is or what this is, but it's almost as you close the door on this, that is really unstable, felt nice but was unstable, had no longevity and wasn't really real. You kind of knew it, and you get in touch with your heart space. This wish comes in the form of another connection that is super, super aligned, and almost all of those fears and hopes and feeling of lack that you have with yourself almost seem to vanish overnight. This new energy is very easy, very, very steady. It puts you at ease. You feel quite calm around this energy. It's just, oh, it's lovely. It's really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to now clarify some challenges. I put up challenges in each area. These are just things that Spirit might want to let you know, obstacles you may need to overcome to get you to where you need to be, Cappy, okay? Right, can I please see the Ace of Swords for Capricorn? The Ace of Swords for Capricorn, please. Ace of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the World in reverse, yeah. So I think that I'm sort of looking at a Capricorn, or at least a collective of Capricorns that have been in a connection which you're like, yeah, really, I should really be into them, but it's just something here that's not for me. And some of you can't put your finger on it, some of you can put your finger on it, and there is a little bit of resistance to ending it. Kind of needs to end because your energetic match is trying to come through, and they can't come through while you're still in this, which isn't really serving you very well. It's one of those energies where there's nothing particularly wrong with them, they're just not for you in some way. Okay, right, can I get the Ace of Cups there, please? The Ace of Cups for Capricorn, the Ace of Cups for Cappy, the Ace of Cups for Capricorn, the Ace of Cups for Capricorn. Oh, the Three of Pentacles on its side, so yeah, quietly working around in the background. So almost as you step out of connection with this energy, the other energy starts connecting with you on at least an energetic level, if not in person. I say energetic because the Three of Pentacles is on its side, so it means it's not fully fledged in place yet. But you actually started on a journey towards coming together with another collective or person. But first you need to withdraw in away from other people. See, that could be reversed, means you being away. There aren't people with you, or there are people with you. This is on its side, so it's like it's basically suggesting getting used to kind of doing things alone for like a little bit before connecting with another energy later on. Okay, can I get an obstacle for the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, please? Now the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so you might struggle to stay in touch with your intuition. It's right over the Queen of Swords in reverse. So really try listening to yourself, Capricorn. They know it's the right thing. Don't jump on the first thing that you come across. But to be honest, that's not really very Capricorn energy anyway. You like to stand back, assess, see what's going on first before you proceed, get a feel for things. But your intuition, you might wobble a little bit there, Cappy, with keeping in touch with your intuition as this other energy is coming in. So you might not trust it, you might not really know what it's about. Just follow your heart, keep your heart space, step back when you need to, and you'll be fine. And can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please? The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles. Oh, the sun in upright. It's almost like you've got to get used to a feeling of new happiness. Some of you might think it's coming a bit quick because you just let someone else go, so you might feel a bit guilty about that or something of that nature. Don't worry about it, Cappy, it's for you. Just enjoy it when it comes, okay? It's super, super aligned, super nice energy. You do deserve it. Yeah, so enjoy it. Right, can I get some universal advice for Capricorn, please? Some universal advice. Whoop. That was a bit of an odd shuffle there, Cappy. To be honest, the cards just readjusted themselves when I did that, so I'd be surprised if we get some reversals in this one. All right, or it might have turned some the right way around, knowing my decks. Oh, okay. Okay, do you know what? We're taking those, okay? Bear with me, Cappy. How many have we got here? Oh, wow. Brand new, beautiful beginning. That's the Ace of Cups. Yeah, new love on the horizon, or new partnership, new heart's desire. King of Arrows, you'll know it when you see it. That's the King of Swords there. And you've got the Queen of Swords in reverse there. So it means you'll know it when you see it when they come in. Four of Arrows, rest. That's what your other energy has. You're completely aligned with whoever this is. And then the Nine of Arrows, which is the Nine of Swords, which in this deck is actually dedication. So some of you may go into your head about this, we were saying, because the Sun is your challenge. It's about your challenge is just to sit and be happy with this and try not to overthink it. Whatever's coming in for you next is meant for you. It's super aligned. It feels really, really nice. Just lean into it. Trust the process. You asked and called in this energy, whether consciously or subconsciously. The universe has delivered, and like, here you go, Capricorn, enjoy. Anyway, Capri, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up. Get some more Cappies into the collective, and if you're interested in a one-to-one reading with me, then check the description box for my Calendly links. And with that, Cappy, I'm going to love you and leave you, and until the next one, take care. Okay, next we have Aquarius. Hi Aquarius, bear with me, I'm just tiling away Cappy's cards. I'll likely timestamp this out so you might not see it, but there might be a few of you that are just watching through from Capricorn. Bear with me, we're on our way. We have a few nuddies and naked cards I've had to cover up, so let me just dismantle those. I know I need to do something with these cards. It's YouTube. They don't like the naked artwork on the Rider-Waites. I am looking at getting some more decks done that do not have a naked symbology on them. And I just love my Rider-Waites, and I don't really want to, you know, scribble on them, or I might consider taping them over so I don't have to keep putting the stones on them. Although I quite like the stones. They're quite nice, so we'll see. Okay, right. Hello Aquarius. Welcome to your 4 Aces reading. I am pulling energies for the 4 Aces, which I will go through in a moment and explain. But before I do, I set the intention for this reading for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So if you're not seeing your messages here today, Aquarius, then pop down to the timestamps below and check one of your other placements. I'm sure you'll find yourself in there somewhere. Okay, so first we're going to go into the Ace of Swords. That is your focus and your mental energy. It's what you're thinking about. I do those first because it's easiest for us to see whether or not this is your reading. We then move into the Ace of Cups. That's your heart's desire. It's what you're moving towards and what's moving towards you. But we also see themes of heartbreak and healing under the Ace of Cups as well. We'll then move into the Ace of Wands. That is your drive and your will. That is where you want to move physical energy to overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And then we move into the Ace of Pentacles. They're your real world tangible results. But the Ace of Pentacles is also associated with money. So we might see themes around work, finances, investments and things of that nature. And if you are all good, Aquarius, we're going to jump straight in, starting with the Ace of Swords. Okay, can you please show me the Ace of Swords for... Oh, sorry. The Ace of Swords for Aquarius, please. The Ace of Swords for Aquarius. The Ace of Swords for Aquarius, please. The Ace of Swords for Aquarius. The Ace of Swords for Aquarius, please. The Ace of Swords for Aquarius. The Two of Swords. The Two of Wands in reverse, and the Eight of Cups. Oh Lord. Okay, Aquarius, you're like saying, I'm going. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going anyway. Oh, how brave of you, sweet Pate. That's sweet. Probably very painful for you from this angle. It seems very brave. You moved away from something you know is not serving you, and you're saying, I prefer to go off into the unknown, not knowing where I'm going, than stay where I am. Because I know wherever I am is not where I'm supposed to be. You're disconnected from your heart and your emotions at the moment. That's also why you'll probably be finding it difficult to find a new path for yourself. You've got to reconnect to your heart's desire and what it is that you truly want. But you are resolved to leave the situation that you're in, and you're kind of open to anything, really. You're open. Even though you don't really know, you're not pointing your energy to anything in particular. You're just like, I've just got to get out of here. Okay, Aquarius, I'm with you. Let's see where you're going. Let's go into the Ace of Cups. Can you show me the Ace of Cups, Spirit, please, for Aquarius? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, look, we've got the Nine of Wands. We've got the Two of Cups in reverse, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Slow, steady progress towards coming to terms with the fact that a connection has not worked or isn't working. needs to change. I think you've been slow to accept that or acknowledge it with the Knight of Pentacles, but you're getting there, you're doing it. And then healing's really beginning, but it's a really soft, subtle healing of like, I know I've got to move on from this. So it's like you've made the choice. I think you're leaving them rather than them leaving you. I think they're quite happily staying whatever cycle they've got you in. But you're recognising that healing needs to be done, and you are taking that on a day and a step at a time. Super proud of you, Aquarius. Not easy. King of Cups, bottom of the deck, and the Hinton energy. Very mature emotional decision making you're doing there. Beautiful. Okay. Can I get the Ace of Wands, please, for Aquarius? The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands for Aquarius, please. Death in reverse. Watch that one, Scorpio. Random. One of you might be dealing with the Scorpio. Aquarius. We've got the Six of Wands and we have the Sun in reverse. Yeah, this is coming from your lack of direction. So as you go through this journey of healing, Aquarius, you're going on a road and you're feeling pretty good about yourself. However, you're kind of resisting actually looking at the meat and bones of the issue. And when I say that is, whenever we leave something or a heartache occurs, even if it's been done to us, i.e. the other person leaving us, or we feel that we'll have to leave because the conditions are so bad there, it kind of stops us seeing what our role in it was. A lot of the time, and I'm not blaming you here, Aquarius, just some of you, and not all of you as well, may leave thinking, I didn't do anything wrong, nothing wrong with me. Yeah, that's probably true, you probably didn't do anything wrong, but how much did you allow? Should you have called it before now? Did you hang on to this a little bit too long? They're kind of the questions we need to ask ourselves when we're healing, and it seems like you're kind of avoiding that side of things. So you haven't got full clarity over that, what happened or why. And until you do go through that process and through that change, then a brand new beautiful beginning is going to struggle to come in for you, that's genuine and true to the path that you're supposed to be on and your soul's calling. You're on your way, you're looking for it. I kind of see you scrambling around in the dark, not really knowing where to go, but you're still like, I'm going to find it, I'm going to find it, and you will. But try looking more within and don't look without for like external validation. And I don't mean validation in like, oh, people just give you compliments. No, you might be looking for distractions. I'll binge watch TV, or I'll jump into work, or I'll go out partying. It's almost like you're using distractions to divert you from the actual true genuine healing and embracing of the whole death process that you've got to go through after you come after a breakup or a separation from another energy. Once you do, you'll be like set free, but it's really, really hard, Aquarius. So I understand why you're doing it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Everyone avoids that for a little while. But hopefully you'll get back on track. Okay, we've got the Moon in the Ace of Pentacles. Looks like you do go there. 2 cards come out this time. Yeah, you got the 5 of Wands and the Page of Swords. Yeah, and the 3 of Swords. Yeah. This is a battle within, about looking at the past. Looking at the past hurts, because the Ace of Swords is information. So yeah, the Page of Swords is information gathering, and the 5 of Wands is conflict. It's almost like, if you look at him, like he's looking at the past conflict and trying to figure out what went wrong. How did he get in that mess in the first place? That sort of thing. This is very much looking at the past. I don't think there's conflict coming forward. The reason I know it's not to do with anything in the physical is because it's coming under the Moon, which is very much about the subconscious mind, shadow work, healing, meditation. We've got the Emperor at the bottom of the deck here looking straight at me while I'm talking about this as well. So this is really the journey of you coming into your own power here, Aquarius, that you have to go through. And it is all based around a heartache from the past. But it's going to take you a little while to get onto that healing journey fully. You're kind of taking a little bit of a windy road to it, Aquarius, but don't worry about it. It looks like you have some bits of fun on the way. You do. Okay, so lean into that. But please try and tap into that deeper part of yourself to do the healing. Get reacquainted with your own heart, what you want, what you need, what you deserve, what you want to look for going forward. And before you know it, Aquarius, a brand new path is just going to open up right before you, and you'll know exactly what to do. Okay, right, so I'm going to put up some challenges, Aquarius, for each of the areas. These are just little challenges that may, or big ones, depends what it is, that Spirit's just going to let you know about, things that you may need to overcome to get you to where you need to be, okay? Right, can I please see the challenge for the Ace of Swords, please, for Aquarius? The challenge for the Ace of Swords, okay, that one wants to come out. King of Wands. Oh, I know. See that old tale, is it, Aquarius? Right. This person's quite hard to leave, aren't they? Yeah. You liked them. Oh, you really loved them. Lots of passion. drive. You were probably very impressed by this person, some aspects of them. However, there were probably some aspects that weren't so nice. I think when this person's in their positive energy, when they're at high frequency, high vibing, they're someone you could really look up to, someone you could be proud to be with, to be in partnership with. But I think when they're in their lower negative vibration, I think they can be very frustrating to deal with, quite self-centered, selfish, a lot of ego. And if they're more likely leaning into that negative side, because these are all the aspects of the King of Wands, that's probably what's driving you to leave. But this person also has very attractive qualities that make it very, very tempting to stay. And it's their attractive qualities that you're going to have to overcome to actually get you out the gate into something better. Someone who's in a bit more of a higher vibe most of the time. Whereas I don't think this person is. While they seem very, very attractive on the outside or have very, very attractive qualities, there's also some very, very unattractive things in there as well that are making it very, very hard to deal with. That you get to a point where you're like, I'm just going. But it's hard. It's very hard. And it's also about finding your own leadership, your own ability to lead, your own King of Wands that's inside of you, positive King of Wands, okay, that takes initiative, that just goes for it, that just takes the plunge, right? He manifests his own destiny and knows he's in charge of what happens next. He's at the reins of his own life. And so that's really what you want to embody to get over this initial leaving of this current situation that's no longer serving you. Okay, can I get the Ace of Cups there, please? Ace of Cups for Aquarius. The Eight of Wands on its side, something to overcome there. So in terms of overcoming that as a challenge, you may still have on and off communication with this person. Please don't lean into that as them wanting you back, because it seems that the communication from them is weak at best. It's present, but it's not really fulfilling. It's not really addressing any issues. It's not helping propel the connection forwards, nor is it dragging it backwards. It's almost like it wants to stay in place. Okay, so it's not reversed, it's not upright, it's on the side. And the Eight of Wands is about communication and energy. So whatever back and forth is going on between you two, it's not propelling you forwards. It's not really serving any purpose at all, other than to keep you stuck in place. You're already struggling with moving forward, so that's also going to be something that you're going to have to push through there. Okay, can I get a challenge for the Ace of Wands, please? A challenge for the Ace of Wands. The Tower on its side, I'm not surprised because you've got Death in reverse. You are going through Tower moments at the moment, Aquarius, but you are pushing that back. You're trying to prevent the Tower from falling. The Tower will fall, unfortunately, at some point. There's only so much tape you can use to bind up those cracks in the walls, Aquarius. When it does, I promise you will feel relief. I know it'll be sadness, I know it'll be hard, but there'll be relief, because then a beautiful new beginning and healing can begin. But it can't begin until the Tower is fully fallen, and it's only you trying to hold it up there, Aquarius. There's only so much strength you've got. If you pour your strength into keeping this together, you've got none left for yourself, and then where does that leave you? Okay? Alright, can I get the Ace of Pentacles there, please? Challenge with the Ace of Pentacles. The Five of Swords on its side. Some of you may still have this energy coming in to cause you a bit of jip, a bit of trouble. I don't think you're going to take it though, because it's on its side. You might remain somewhat open to it, but I think it's more out of habit than you actually trying to revive the situation, because this communication comes in when you're trying to heal, and it's actually stopping you from healing the more that you keep in contact with this person, because again, they're not here to drive anything forward. They just want to keep hold of you because they want to keep hold of you, not because they want to make anything better, that they want to make up for past mistakes. They just kind of want you there because they like your company and they're familiar with you, and that's it. They're not really considering you, they're only considering themselves, because every time they contact you, it prevents you from healing, or it brings up a conflict, and you go over the same arguments all over again as well. So nothing gets done. It's all just been stuck in a cycle. So I mean, it's up to you what you do, Aquarius, but the energy for healing and moving on is there if you wish to take it. Right, to round off, Aquarius, I'm just going to pull you some advice from the universe. Okay, universe, do we have some advice for our Aquarians, please? Some advice for our Aquarians. Advice for Aquarius, please. Advice for Aquarius. Seven of Stones, which is healing. So this is about investing in yourself in the Wildwood deck, rather than letting these energies drain you. Look, the World Tree. beautiful brand new beginning. Okay, just as one cycle closes. And then we have the Eight of Bows, Hearth Fire. You're actually going to have some positive communication from people who actually do want to be with you. This may be one person in particular as well. There is another energy at the end of this cycle. Once you close this off, you have people around you. You have friends, family, neighbours, maybe even a new connection waiting for you. That's going to help you through this healing process. So you're not on your own. There's energies around you to support you through this. It's really, really tough, Aquarius, but if anyone can do it, you can. I absolutely believe in you. Okay, Aquarius, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up. We get some more Aquarians into the collective. And until next time, Aquarius, I'm going to love you and leave you. Take care. Right, okay, next up we have Pisces. Hello Pisces, bear with me. I'm just clearing away Aquarius's cards. I'll likely timestamp this out so you might not even see it, but yeah, I'll go as fast as I can without packing away our original aces, which is what I normally do. There we go. We'll get started on your readings. I hope you're all good. Anyway, thanks for chilling with me in this little no man's land between readings. It's always lovely to have your company and have you here with me. Oh, almost there, Pisces. Almost there. Bear with me 1 second. I'm working on that music. The interim music between cards. I'll call it like lift music or elevator music, you know what I mean? Right, almost there. Let's just tidy us up. Are we all good to go? We are. Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your 4 Aces reading. I will run through what the, not Aquarius, Pisces. Sorry Pisces, I've just done Aquarius. Let's start that one again. Hi Pisces, welcome to your 4 Aces reading. I will go through which all the aces mean for those of you who haven't been here before, but before I do, just a little reminder that, oh, make sure we're still recording, just a little reminder that I set the intention for these readings for your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So if this reading isn't resonating with you Pisces, then don't worry about it. Pop down to the timestamps below. I'm sure you'll find yourself in there somewhere. Okay Pisces, so then we move into, first we will move into the Ace of Swords. That's your mental focus and clarity. It's what you're thinking about. I clarified this first and then we can identify quickly whether or not this is your reading. And then move into the Ace of Cups. That's your heart's desire. It's what you're moving towards and also what's moving towards you. This also has themes of heartbreak and healing as well. So we will see some of that under the Ace of Cups. Then we move into the Ace of Wands. That is your willpower. It is your drive. That is where you want to move physical energy towards overcoming an obstacle or achieving a goal. And then moving into the Ace of Pentacles, they're your real world tangible results. But under the Ace of Pentacles, we also see themes around work. So we might see money, finances, investments, things like that. So if you're ready then Pisces, we're going to jump straight in, starting by clarifying your Ace of Swords. Okay, can you show me the Ace of Swords for Pisces, please? The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords for Pisces, please. The Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords for Pisces. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords for Pisces, please. The Ace of Swords. Justice. Two of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. Okay, so this... Oh, Pisces. This has a bit of energy of like, just because you're pretty doesn't mean you can do what you want. Something like that. Or handsome, depending on who you're dealing with. It's like you talking to them. So we've got a bit of a Queen of Wands in the house, alright? A bit of diva energy. I like it though. It's a back and forth and it's always like, when's it going to be my turn? Or something like that. I don't know if you're with an energy that kind of takes from you, but they're not taking it in a malicious way. It's almost like, they're like, yeah, I just get what I want, or something like that. And you're like, no, I'm not having it. You're trying to get a bit more balance. I'm not getting this as being super serious or anything. I think it's you just trying to claim back a bit of balance, a bit of like, I'm going to keep some things back for me. I'll give to you when I can. It's like you want to give to them, but you're just too wary of giving too much. You don't want to give too much of yourself. You still want some kind of sense of individuality when you're in connection with them. Might be someone that you're easily kind of absorbed by. I mean, it could be a lover, it could be a friend that way, it could be a family member that's quite overwhelming, but kind of in a nice way, like maybe they're the dominant personality in the room, the life and soul of the party, that sort of thing, and you're like, I'm not going to let you overwhelm me. I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to be my individual self. I'm not just going to get sucked into whatever escapade you're on next. You know, that sort of thing. It's quite playful though. Right, can I get the Ace of Cups, please? Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles looking after number 1. Yeah, 6 of Cups and the Tower. I don't think the other person's going to be too receptive of that. They're Pisces. They're like, what? You're cutting me off? Like, you really want to keep the connection intact. I don't think it's going to break the connection. I don't. It will change it though, because you need to keep some stuff back for yourself. You need to invest something in yourself. You can't give everything over to whoever or whatever this is. You need some self-care and some self-love and a bit of a rest and a bit of you time, Pisces, away from whoever this is, but not in a mean way, but just in a, like, you know, you leave them at home while you go off for a massage, that sort of thing. Like, you know, you look after things at home, or you look at after things within the business. I'm going to go over here and take a break because I think you've been working overtime, Pisces. Right, can I get the Ace of Wands, please? The Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Yeah, 4 of Wands. It's over a commitment, the Emperor, and the King of Pentacles. And yeah, you're right. I totally agree with you, Pisces. You're showing me here that if you take care of yourself, it will strengthen the connection. Maybe in the past you have given yourself over completely to other energies and it's made the connection wobbly and unstable. You're like, no, you want something really grounded, really solid that serves you as much as anyone else. That's why you're the King of Pentacles here. You're like, no, 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 I'm standing my ground on this. Then when you do that, you move right into Emperor energy. Like, whoa, 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 what a glow up, Pisces. You're absolutely making the right choice to take some energy back for yourself. And it does, it strengthens the connection between you. Now, I think it might take a little bit of time for the energy attached to you to get on board with this. But I believe that they do, because they sense a change in you. And I think they actually see through your demonstration of you taking care of yourself and how that changes the dynamic for the better. They actually kind of then start jiving with it and you come together quite nicely. Again, this could be a work thing, doesn't have to be romantic. Okay, it could be like maybe you're working with colleagues, you're on a co-project and you just kind of get absorbed by it, which means your work, your individual work is actually getting neglected and you're falling behind, which means you're working overtime, which means you're tired, which means when it comes to coming back to the group project, you're only giving half of what you would because you're tired. But really you're like, okay, I just need to step back from the project for like a week or two, catch up with my own stuff, and then I'll come back and I'll be better than you are. So if it's a work situation, it's something like that. Right, can I get the Ace of Pentacles, please, in Pisces energy? Can I get the Ace of Pentacles? The Ace of Pentacles. Ten of Cups, nice. Empress, nice. Strength, yeah, the other energy catches up with you on this. Emperor, Empress, perfect match of the highest degree. I mean, you guys are running on all 4 cylinders. Once you start stepping into your power, Pisces, taking a bit back for yourself, okay? A bit of self-care, a bit of self-love, a bit of Pisces quality time, okay? And then it's like happily ever after. It's kind of hard for you to do, but you build strength while doing it, even though it is difficult, that's what you're showing me. But as a result, you become a stronger team. You're well matched, you're more aligned, you're all just oiled up, ready to go. And then 10 of Cups, you achieve whatever it is you set out to achieve together. Okay, wonderful. It just takes a little time for the other energy to get on board because they've been used to, you know, just you feeding them grapes or whatever it is that you're doing. And you're like, no, I'm going to keep some grapes for myself. But they're like, yep, okay, actually, Pisces is looking pretty damn fine for the self-care. So they then start jiving with it. Right, I'm going to pull some challenges for you, Pisces. Now, these are challenges in each area. Just little messages from Spirit about anything that might come in your way, any obstacles you may need to overcome to get to where it is you need to be. Okay, can you show me a challenge for the Ace of Swords for Pisces, please? The Ace of Swords for Pisces. The Ace of Swords for Pisces, please. Oh, the 7 of Cups. Some of you may be feeling like, I've got no choices here. Where am I going to get alone time for myself? I've got all these responsibilities. You got to find and carve out some time. There's some time in there, Pisces, so you can carve out for yourself. I think it feels like every minute of your day is consumed by looking after other people. No, if it is, then you've got to cut some appointments short, cancel some appointments or responsibilities that aren't serving you, or pass it over to someone else. Like, even if it's just an hour a week, Pisces, you've got to take some time for yourself here, or else you're going to get overwhelmed and you will crash and burn, and nobody wants that. You're not going to be any good to anyone, Pisces, if you're not good to yourself, okay? All right, can I get the Ace of Cups there, please, for Pisces? The Ace of Cups for Pisces, please. The 2 of Cups on its side. Yeah, so there's something changing in this dynamic. It has to change because what you're going through now isn't sustainable. Because you're carrying the load here, the majority of it. I think the other person must be carrying some, because you're not showing me you're unhappy with this connection, just you're tired. Probably from everything. I mean, not even just this connection. You're just tired. So the connection is going to change for the better, but for a while it's probably not going to feel that way. Right, for the Ace of Wands, please. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, the World card in reverse. Hang on, I've got to cover up our gal. Resisting a change. There's lots of resistance to changing things around here, even though they desperately need a change, because I just see you working like a pack horse, Pisces, and you can't do it in resisting that change. But you do overcome it. That's the obstacle you can overcome when you start standing your ground. I think some of you may be worried if you stand your ground with this other energy, you might lose them. That's probably why you've not done it yet. No, it's not the case. And to be honest, if they want to leave because you're taking your power back and doing something from yourself, is that really the energy you want to be attached to for the rest of your life? No, I don't think they are like that, because they do come together. But I think from your perception, it may be, oh, it's all coming crashing down to the end. If I take 1 minute for myself, no, it's not going to, no, Pisces. Trust the process, please. Just trust, okay? Right, can I see the Ace of Pentacles, please? The Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles on its side, again, releasing those burdens, getting yourself unstuck. Nothing's going to get any better if you're only, you know, running at 50% capacity. So you're going to release some of those things. You're not releasing them yet. It's going to take you a little while. I see you delegating other things to other people that are of lesser importance, or dropping some things altogether that are of lesser importance, and only focus on what is important, what serves you, and the important energies around you. All right, can I get some advice for Pisces, please? Spirit, some universal advice for Pisces. Universal advice. Universal advice for Pisces, please. Universal advice for Pisces. Thank you, Spirit. I appreciate it. Okay. Universal advice. Universal advice. Page of Bows. Something new this way comes. The Seven of Arrows. A bit of an insecurity. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure about that. And then the Nine of Arrows, dedication. Don't do it, Pisces. You're going to worry yourselves to death about this, about changing things. You've got to remain open to yourself, and Seven of Arrows is about strategizing. So some of you can put into play time to take by yourself. You're just not doing it. For some reason, you're kind of afraid to take time to yourself. Maybe for some of you, it's been that long since you've taken time for yourself. You don't even know what that looks or feels like. Where do I even start? Do I deserve this? I don't deserve a day at the spa. Of course you do, Pisces. You're a water element. You love the spa. I mean, come on. But when you do, you actually start some internal healing here. Around the way you think about your place in partnerships, what you're there, like you're there to serve, not to receive, that sort of thing, where you actually start working through some of that stuff. When you take a step back, breathe, relax, let the world pass you by a little bit, right? And you just work on yourself and, getting your energy up, give to yourself so you can give to others. Bottom of the deck, in the hidden energy, we have the Lovers. Top of the deck, we have the Four of Stones, which in this deck is protection. You're divinely protected at this time. And even though it's in the hidden energy, the Lovers, is actually working on your connections, strengthening them by you taking some time by yourself, not weakening them. Okay, Pisces, I'm going to leave the reading there for you. I hope that it helped. If it did, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give the video a little thumbs up. Gets it further out into the algorithm. And we get some more Pisces in the collective. And of course, if you would like any personal one-to-one readings with me, then check the description box for my Calendly links. Excuse me, Pisces. And with that, Pisces, I'm going to love you and leave you. And until the next one, take care.